Oh, hello, Edmund, and friends. Edmund, right on cue, jumped on my lap. Oh, you got to look at. Yeah, how's everyone doing tonight? What's up, Dimitri? What's up, Greg? Recommended from scratch and other stories, some short films about South Korean cycling. Sounds interesting. Have to check that out. Dave's coming down. He scared Edmund away. John York, what's up? Yeah, he was just on my lap. Then he heard you coming down. I have you over here today. What's up, Radio Solid Studios? Yeah, Pudgy, we've been saying that for a long time. See if I could get some kind of comfortable position. Patty Redbeard, what's up? D'Amico's in here. How's it going? Cycling Brian, what's up? Hey, Bradley. Bradley, were you just on the Gunk's Not Dead ride? That looked awesome. Looked like an awesome crew, and plus, having ridden that area last fall right before Nutmeg, it was one of the coolest rides I ever did. So I was looking at the route, and it looked like it was awesome, and then just a bunch of people that, like you, that I also knew out there. It would have been cool to get there, but bit of a hike this early in the season, plus I'm just too slammed with work. But Donald Utterson, hello from Cincinnati. How's it going? Yeah. Comment, like, and subscribe. Yeah, I know we have a few Cincinnati people chime in once in a while. Not as many as you would think, but it is always kind of interesting how Cincinnati almost just feels like a completely different uh, part of the state. I mean, it is a completely different part of the state, but yeah. It just feels like there's a huge separation between Cincinnati and Northeast Ohio, I guess. Like, especially when you consider all the friends I have in Columbus and always have. But you know. What's up, Sub D Farm? How's it going? Eric Anderson up in here. Yeah, Edmund is getting beefy, but you know the other thing about Edmund is I've I've got him on like only doing meals and only feeding him wet food for the most part, which is what all the common knowledge now seems to say about cats is they're not grazers, they eat meals. But his coat has become so nice and soft where he was always like really rough and I thought he just had this weird fur coat, but yeah, he is actually super soft and silky now since he's been eating better quality food. So, hey Robin, what's up? Southern Indiana. Nice. Robin, being in southern Indiana, do you happen to know a bike company called STS? I ended up emailing with them a little bit and just chatting. They reached out, and now I follow their stuff online, but they do custom frames, and I had never heard of them. Uh, Logan's Run, what's up? Yeah, Ben and Miggy were out on the Gunk's Not Dead ride from City to Woods. From City to Woods, is that the screen name? Yeah, yeah, bunch of people that I recognized. So, well, Miggy was one of the planners, right? Hey, Robin, real life, how's it going? Scott Shaw. Yeah, Bradley. If I can swing that next year, I will. I didn't really, being the time of year and like I said, how busy it was, I didn't really look into the details that much. If I would have, I don't know, maybe I would have tried to force making time for it. We were originally supposed to go to Jake's Rocks and do some camping and mountain biking last weekend, but it rained there all week. And so even though the trails might have been okay because Jake's Rocks drains really well, all the campsites would have been really, really wet and sloppy. And the crew we go with, not everybody is into mountain biking. Some of the people just kind of hang out and maybe do a little bit of just other riding. So we figured they kind of figured it wouldn't be that fun if we had to like be wading through slop. So, and also just the chance that maybe it was enough rain that it would affect the trails. So ended up doing the Roach Clips ride instead, and I made a video about it. So a lot of you probably know this, but me and a few guys rode out to the Roach Clips ride, which was about a 50-mile ride for me, and then the ride was the next day. So still had a great weekend hanging out with friends. But yeah, the Gunks is just if you haven't been there, what is it? The actual name of that area, Shawangunk, and people call it the Gunks for short. It has like a couple names. I think that name just refers to the ridge, but there's also a park area. But yeah, Hudson Valley. We were there in the fall. Just one of the most amazing places I've ever ridden a bike. I know I said at the time, and since then, it feels like a place they wouldn't let you ride bikes at, a little fat in Edmund's kibble. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. He doesn't eat kibble, so no dry food. But it is that. Yeah, it is the fat and the wet food, I'm sure. Yeah, Fake Mountains and Miggy were the guys who organized it, right? Yeah. I think I let's should pull up a map, even though Jay Dandy hasn't chimed in yet, of where that area is. Let's see. Shawarma Brothers when I'm trying to type it in. Shawangunk. Trying to think of the closest. Yeah, New Paltz. We went through there. Yeah. So obviously north of New York City, up the Hudson, up kind of up the hill Hudson River. I guess. Yeah, Poughkeepsie is probably the closest small town people know. And even where I saw like the route went, there was another town it went through that we did some mountain biking in. trying to think of what that. I saw it when I was looking at everyone's Strava routes. Oh, Warvising. We went over there and did some. This must be Warvising here, right? Was it not? No, it's not. But whatever. I know we did some mountain biking over there too. Me and Dylan and Aaron and Ben. So. Me and Ben rode there on the same trip to Poughkeepsie. I know people talked about the way I pronounced it last time I was bringing it up. But yeah, we did a ride from where we were staying in Kingston down there too. So got a beer and lunch and then turned around and went back. Radio Salad, I do have a single speed one. I just built it like a commuter style single speed. Built it out of a Japanese bike, Miata. Not big into single speeds though. No, I'm not going to build up like a mountain bike single speed or a gravel bike single speed. So tilly around here. I like gears. So, but it is a good just chill commute bike with like high handlebars. I should pull up. I do have photos, I think, of the area just to show how pretty it is. Said it was. We were there at the perfect time with it being fall on all the leaves, but I wonder if I labeled it the Gunks. Maybe. Nope, none of that stuff. New York will bring up so much stuff. How long is there in order? Oh, I guess I have two. I do have two single speeds. My e-bike's a single speed. It's a belt drive, so. Yeah. Oh, that's the Gunks. Yeah, this one we were there in the fall where they were riding on this ride. So they were doing more cuts though than we were. That's the bridge into Poughkeepsie. Poughkeepsie, as Pudgy said it's pronounced. But there was a debate about that. Every time we talk about it, people debate it. So why did it not show me the rest of the photos from out at? It's not showing anything in order. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, everywhere you turned, just a beautiful overlook. I mean, yeah, these lakes that were just absolutely stunning. Got to get the bike photo, of course, in front of it. Have you ever heard of this place, Dave? Gunks? The Gunks? Yeah, the waterfalls, I saw that they rode by this. A lot of people posted photos there. It's just so rad. Is that all the photos I posted from up there? That's crazy. Felt like I took a ton, but yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Brian did it on his single speed. He did Nutmeg, the long route. I remember the first year I met him on his single speed. Weather was great, dipped into the low 30s the second night. Were you prepared for it? Yeah, as long as you're prepared. It was, when we camped, it was low 40s, probably down to 40, but said in the video I had my down jacket, and that was enough. I also forgot to mention this. I wanted to say it in the video. I brought a couple hot hands, and I threw those in the bottom of the sleeping bag. That was nice. I was able to sleep without any. I don't like sleeping in socks and stuff. I will if I have to, but yeah, it kept the bottom of the tent nice and warm. It was perfect. And I thought of it last minute, last thing out the door. I looked and I saw those when I think I was trying to grab a plastic bag for my electronics, and I saw the hot hands, and I'm like, I should take a couple of these just in case, and it was perfect. So, what's up, Ryder? What's up, Paul R? How's it going? Yeah, I don't know. I also, speaking of that area, uh, Aaron said that Ronnie said in his newsletter that Nutmeg is going to be a week later this year. So it'll be, I think she said the 26th instead of closer to the 20th. So I don't guess the weather's always a gamble that time of year. 1 week's really not going to make that big of a difference. Bradley said you were totally fine sleeping. You were prepped for it. Had insane weather. I'm losing my focus again there. Oh. What's up, Marty? Checking in from the Detroit area. I was just arguing about someone about Detroit on Facebook. There was an ad for some hotel, and for some reason, it showed one of the comments where someone was like, "Why would I go to a hotel in Detroit?" And I said, "Because Detroit's awesome." I'm guessing you've never been there, but oh, Marty, your wife was born in Akron. Nice. Here we go with the Poughkeepsie pronunciations. I think it still is the weekend before. How I should look at a calendar, but because the 26th would still be before. But oh, did I say November? I meant yeah, 26th and 27th. So
Benjamin Casley subscribed to the channel.
yeah, I guess that is true. Maybe it's just the way the weekend hits this year. So it's not really that it moved a week. It's just the way the days of the week are working out with Halloween being on the Wednesday or the Thursday. Because for me, I always had to be back for Halloween because I photograph an event the weekend close to it. But I actually just got an email today saying they're not doing that event anymore. They're doing something different in December. So that's good for me. That used to be too when they did the wasn't the Philly Bike Expo the week after before they moved it, and I could never go because I had to get back for the event. So oh, thanks, Paul. Yeah, I mean, I've ridden around my bike around Detroit a number of times, and I've been there over the years a number of times. I like it. So, I mean, it's definitely still got its issues, but so does Akron. What else have we got going on? Is that it already? I had no plan for tonight. As I mentioned, I've just been busy, and today I had 3 different shoots. So, oh, I did have this. Have you seen this yet? DJI Pocket 3. There's a way to make this thing flip around. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Mechanical gimbal. So, oh, come on. I don't think I'm going to use it riding as much, but I really want to use this maybe even for these streams because I can move around and have it track me. So if we wanted to work on bikes or anything like that, it'd be really cool. And then just the talking to the camera stuff, it's so great. So it's just one press and it switches from one side to the other. But yeah, I'm pretty pumped on this. But yeah, it's not really something I think I'd want to carry around on the bikes, but on rides where I do want to talk to the camera, it'll be really rad. It's really good in low light compared to a GoPro. Plus the stabilization is mechanical, so it doesn't have to use algorithms in low light. So. Yeah, the cycling in Detroit is nice. Yeah, out by the river, out onto uh, Bell Island and stuff like that. But the rack, oh yeah, that's in a bunch of videos, Michael. If you look up my gunner on the channel, I have a full setup, and that'll go back on the gunner as we get into doing more bike packing. I just don't want to put it on yet because I'll be doing some mountain biking. You know, it stiffens the front end. But yeah, that'll go back on the bike this fall for my. I have some Swift panniers the Junior Rangers that I run it with. But yeah, if you type in gunner into the channel, I have one where I show the whole setup with that rack. So. No, I haven't seen or heard from Rick Erb for a while, and I don't think I've seen him post anything on Instagram really either. Oh, someone here. Sounds like Brad. You want to let him in? Is he going to just keep trying the door like I leave it unlocked? Or someone trying to break in, so. What do you mean, do I do for a living photography-wise? Yeah, I'm a commercial photographer. Today, I had 2 events for the University of Akron and one like studio-style headshot. So, are there 2 of you? We grab one from upstairs. I don't know. Yeah. Bunch of sugar before I go to bed. That's not beer. Yeah, so radio, to answer your question, pretty much everything. So, yeah. No, I don't really do weddings unless it's for friends. That's the only thing I don't really do. But yes, product photography and all that stuff. Hey, Paul, thanks for the 99. Oh yeah, radio like that gimbal for the phone. Yeah, I definitely don't want to use my phone on the bike. So, oh, is Edmund chasing down Brad? Yeah, I have a DJI. This has a much drone. This has a much bigger sensor than the drone I have does. So this is a 1-inch sensor in here. So. Yeah, the tracking on it's like spot on. I never saw it. It didn't lose anything. The channel members got to see. I posted the full time lapse that I used a little bit of the B-roll for. But yeah, the tracking was completely on point with that camera. So. This is not hop water. Yeah, I mean, wedding photographers, bubbers make good money, and I just don't want to spend all week editing the same event and spend all weekend photographing events. I mean, I work on the weekends sometimes, but just not what I want to do. Yeah. When I do weddings, I charge twice as much as I do for charity or business events because it's just so much. So. Oh, radio, you said yours is a gimbal that follows you around like tabletop wise. Yeah. Yeah, this is actually like, so it comes with a, how does that work? I've only used it that one time, but this is how small it is in its like base configuration. This is just a tripod mount, but there's also a battery extender tripod mount you could put on there too. That I got the whole kit. And there's also a wireless mic that goes right to it, which is great. Was it dusty? Yeah, there's trash and recycle. Oh, you already dropped the link to the Discord. Nice. Sorry, it's hard to pay attention when there's 2 people bopping around with ice cream sandwiches and beers.
Yeah. Or it's gonna sit there and melt.
How's it going?
Good.
I almost need to switch mics or no one's going to hear them.
I'll switch over.
No, that doesn't matter. I'll just put it out here so it's. here, Dave.
Do what I gotta say.
Not with that attitude.
Wait, oh, you guys are both going over here. All right.
It seems
Yeah, that'll work.
better. Fine.
I'm just gonna stand.
No, you're not. I actu-
Have the back.
I actually found this little, like, fake, what do you call it? Gorilla pod that I didn't know I had. So,
Oh, I have another one of those if you want. Like, but it's like an older one from like the 90s.
what do you have it for?
The camera.
Do you have the camera anymore?
Yeah. I'll have to show you. You get a kick out of it.
It's probably valuable again, seeing what the kids are buying these days.
Kids these days.
He says a lot.
No, like seriously, now they're messing with like 90s digital, like early 2000s digital cameras and stuff.
We were riding yesterday down the towpath. We came out. We went through Indigo Lake and I came out by Zalays.
Yeah.
And there was a kid. And she was probably
Okay.
maybe, one I'd say 13, 15, somewhere in there.
Oh, this isn't plugged in. That's the problem. Why was the only one here? All right.
And she was using a film camera, and you could hear it, and she's winding it, and she's taking pictures of everything.
No, but people have gotten into the garbage digital cameras, like early digital cameras.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah,
they're
film's
pushing
been
those
huge
on
for a while.
Instagram,
Yeah.
at least to me.
Oh, there's no command for Ames. Oh, look how far.
Command? Do you?
Oh yeah, can we missed the whole intro because we had to go back for the ice cream sandwiches.
I forgot them.
Can we rewind?
Yeah, you wanna just go through the whole roll call of everyone who's here.
Yeah. It will start the chat from the top.
Man, you're really struggling to frame us in there, aren't you, Dave?
Moving around.
Anyways, yeah, we're not even in focus. What's going on over there?
That's what I'm trying to figure out now.
Man.
Am I allowed to use Dave's table here? Dave, are you gonna eat this ice cream sandwich? No, I don't want it.
Oh, go for it.
No, I really do not want it.
Somebody's gotta eat it.
I was gonna
You
put
won't
it
eat
back in the freezer.
I've got the one I brought for you right there that I will.
Are you just stashing ice cream
Yeah, there's
sandwiches
just ice cream
around?
sandwiches
isn't-
all over it.
This isn't the worst it could go. I mean,
That's true.
Anyways,
Vaguely threatening.
you haven't been on here for a while, so Funny Brad, obviously, in a lot of the videos, obviously. Ames, how do you say it? Ohio Gravel Race Series Champion 2023.
that's me.
Among other things. Ice cream sandwich
Ice-
purveyor.
QOMs in ice cream.
What, you also have a black belt in...
Oh, we're not doing this.
What do you have a black belt in?
She does.
Do you have a black belt? In what?
Taekwondo.
Black belt in Taekwondo.
And she also focused on
What
nunchucks.
She has a focus on nunchucks?
Yeah, nunchucks.
Nunchucks.
Yeah, no M.
Nunchucks, as they called them back in the day.
Yeah.
That's when we didn't know how to translate as well.
Yeah. You obviously never tried to buy them at a flea market before. Oh. What are you guys talking about?
Oh, yeah, we were talking about this guy. This is a new camera, and it's got mechanical stabilization.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's
neat.
pretty sweet, and it just looks
Jeez.
so much better than a GoPro in the
Did it
dark, as you
just
can see.
spin around?
Yeah, it's got so you can go from selfie to what you're filming.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
There's a selfie button.
yeah, it's really cool. It has a wireless mic. You don't need anything on this. It just automatically. I can just put that on me. So I was going to try and get it hooked up for the stream tonight, but I did not have the time to figure out all the changes that I'd have to do to everything. So, but yeah, it'll track you. So like I could set it on there, and like I did a thing where I cleaned like down here and just had it like following me around, like where I was putting all the bikes away and stuff like that. So
Interesting.
probably way behind now. Ice cream.
Yeah, can you believe people were passing on ice cream sandwiches?
Yeah.
Chris, I wouldn't use the Phase 1 for my professional work anymore. My R5 is just a better camera now, but I use it for fun. So it's like, but I just haven't had the time to mess with that as much as I want to either. When we slow down in the summer, I want to use it more. So.
I'm allowed to put that there.
Oops.
You have a laptop. Maybe I'll move over here. Don't wanna
After all this, you saw what it took him to get
just
this
a
right?
drink. Just
Oh,
a drink.
just
I'm not
the
gonna
drink.
use.
Oh my
I'm not gonna
God.
put my drink next to his laptop. He's being polite. He was walking. I was not.
I saw Pudgy. Hi, Pudgy.
Oh, D'Amico, they were just a couple. I was watching a podcast where they were just talking about those OM system cameras and how they wish they would upgrade them.
You're pronouncing that D'Amico?
How would you pronounce it?
Democo?
Say it. Say it louder.
Democo. M-O-K.
D'Amico.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
I pronounce everything wrong. I just the first time I see it once, I don't read the letters. I say it in my
Yeah,
head, and
yeah,
then it
yeah.
just
Grab
forever.
a couple of those letters.
Just do the,
Yeah.
Go with it.
Yeah,
the first couple letters and the last two. That's all you need.
yeah. That's how my.
Maybe one of those rogue vowels in the middle there.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I was calling. Oh man,
Nunchucks.
nunchucks. I'm just thinking of God. Greg's one friend who takes photos. We did a bike trip with, and his screen name is something that I called him the wrong thing forever.
Ever. Oh, yeah. There's definitely
And
people
Aaron
like that.
still like cracks up about it, but yeah, screen names too, because if it's all like all the words are together,
Yeah.
then I just make up my own pronunciation. I'm like, I don't have time to read all those letters.
Oh, yeah. Here, I read Lord of the Rings when I was real young, and then hearing how things were pronounced, I was like, what?
Yeah, I'm always like that. I read so much. Like I would listen to the news then and like hear something, and I'd be like, that's how you say that,
Yeah,
guy's
yes,
name?
yes.
I always think of the former prime minister of Israel, that Ariel. That was always to be Ariel Sharon. And I realized way later it was Sharon. You know, after probably saying it out loud a lot of times.
Ariel Sharon.
Ariel Sharon.
I think I was talking, this is like still, I think I was 19. It's like, and I was talking about different genres of music.
That one's pretty bad. I'd let you keep doing that.
Yeah. Once I said facade as a joke, and nobody believed that I was saying it on accident or on purpose. They thought it was, that's how I thought it was pronounced, and there was nothing I could say to convince them otherwise.
Now I'm like reading everything well. So Biosphere Mag. I was about to just be like, oh, now I already forgot what the first
Oh.
pronunciation. That no, no,
No,
no.
let's go the other way.
Yeah,
Say,
that's not.
Let's really butcher it.
Brad, would Ames be upset if I kiss you on the mouth next time we hang out? Asking for a friend named me.
A mouth kiss.
You could. I think she heard that.
Hey, Pudgy, would you be upset if Brad sneezed on a man, like right at the end of the COVID pandemic while we all hung out and had dinner?
It was not a small sneeze.
I was just looking at photos from that night the other day.
You're just gonna say that and not even back it up with anything?
Why don't you back it up?
Because it's not as funny telling a funny story about yourself. Oh, you want the ice cream?
Yeah, it's just gonna
I
melt.
typed that in the wrong spot. I've got the photo of the spot where we were.
We were in Syracuse. Was it Syracuse?
Yeah, Syracuse, right?
Yeah, and I had turned my head to politely sneeze away from my other table.
Right,
Yeah.
right after this. There's Pudgy and Brad. I can't remember what he's doing there. He's probably saying
Probably saying
Eat
smell
this?
my
I don't-
finger or something.
there should be a tissue in his hand.
But yeah, I turned around to sneeze into the street, and somebody just happened to be walking
Bye.
as close to the chain as they can get, too, in my defense. Like, you have a whole street. Gotta walk right into my sneeze.
Oh, it was bad.
It was brutal.
Yeah, what is the date on this? It was November 1st, 2021. So
Yeah,
this
full
is
cloud.
still full on pandemic.
Yeah, full cloud sneeze. Whoa.
I thought didn't we move it inside after that? We're all sitting inside there. Oh, I have it set on.
No, we came back later. We stopped there once and then came back after a ride.
Oh man,
We met my friend Casey.
Oh yeah. So we sat outside, then we came back to the. No, that place was called Talking in Cursive. Is that where we are in that picture?
Yeah.
Wow, what a unique and original name.
I'm trying to be a little more positive here.
Yeah. Jeez.
Hey,
I
Adam.
thought it was a good name.
Just stop that camera down to F11 and forget about focuses.
I'm trying to, but I keep messing it up.
Just a quick question. When's a good time to come out for the C&O and rail trails? What do you mean? What are you laughing at?
Honking that ice cream.
I hope it's on camera. You just shoving that thing in here.
It was.
Do you mean a good time of year to ride them? I think C&O, from what we hear, is better in the summer because it gets swampy if it rains. I know, like Stu bailed on his C&O trip because it was so he couldn't get through the trail.
Yeah, I was going to say it depends on what your comfort level is.
Yeah.
I would prefer to do it in the spring or the fall,
Oh yeah, you don't like the heat.
but I don't do good in the
Yeah. Whoops. What's up, IS? Oh, the camera I was showing is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. So there is no train. The Cuyahoga Valley train. Yes. Yeah, there is.
But it only goes up to Rockside.
Yeah, it doesn't go all the way from Cleveland. It doesn't go all the way to Cleveland. I have taken it. It's very slow. It's fun, though, and there's a beer truck or a beer car. What do you call that?
I mean, it's
Bar
faster
car?
than you're riding.
But I
Me and
think
Ben race it sometimes.
Yeah. We've definitely raced it. We've definitely it's gonna win, but that's why it's fun.
It's cool. It's if you want to take the train and go one way, like just know you're in it for like a chill, scenic ride, not transportation.
Yeah.
I feel like it took like 3 hours from Akron up to Rockside.
I think that they give the estimates on how long
Yeah,
it is.
there is a
on their
schedule.
website.
Yeah, it's cool. It's just I'd rather just ride up and ride back.
Yeah.
It's about the same
Yeah,
time.
We did it before we were like a series of riders. Rode up to Cleveland, got dinner, rode back to Rockside, took the train back, and we thought like we were trying to catch the last one, and we were like really worried if we missed it, we'd have to ride all the way back. Now it'd be like I'm already 10 miles in. Yeah.
When we did that what's that island on the way out to Hodag? So
Grand Island.
Grand Isle. There was only one ferry ride back, and they were like, "So you have 3 hours," and we're like, "Plenty of time to do the whole loop. It's 27 miles." And we get into there's a couple chunky sections through there,
Oh,
And-
real chunky.
and we're only going like 7 miles an hour, and my Wahoo's like estimating when we're gonna get back to the ferry at the current speed, and I was like, we're not gonna make it. We're gonna be stuck on this island full of bears with no place to sleep. But we made it.
Yeah, we spent the night there and we didn't see any bears. Yeah, fascinating.
Great story.
Yeah. Yeah, this is Grand
Whoa.
Island.
How
What
you
a-
gonna top that?
Yeah.
Topless.
Top left. Yeah, with a shirtless Ben.
Woo!
That's Ben.
Yeah, Grand Island and Lake Superior. That's one of the coolest places I've ever been to.
Yeah.
That's why last year was awesome. Saw this place and the Gunks. We were talking about the Gunks earlier. Because that Gunk's Not
Yeah,
Dead
Gunk's
ride.
Not Dead.
Bradley was in here and stuff. So,
Man, so many pictures from that.
yeah, Grand Island was awesome. We stayed in this rustic cabin. It had like one
Oh.
light in it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was cool. I'm really glad we did that ride. There was some serious chunk there. I was glad. Oh, here's the bike with the. Oh, I don't have this on the screen. I haven't had any of this on the screen.
We're just looking up.
People are probably telling me that, but I'm so far
we were
behind in the
too-
comments.
Yeah, all right, let's focus.
All
We'll
right.
get through the comments and then we'll start.
Well, now I got to show them Grand Island.
Man, that's true.
Can they see this now? Or?
Yeah, now
Okay.
this is
That's
what's
great.
actually happening. Anyways, someone was asking me about the rack on the gunner, and I didn't even think about
Oh, nice.
obviously having a
What's the
picture
name
of
of that rack?
it. Tubus. It's a Tubus,
Oh.
but I don't know. It's like I think it's got some name like FX25C1 or something.
Right. Why do they do that?
I
It's
don't
engineers,
know.
Man, I
I
guess.
know why not just the front loader?
Yeah.
I mean,
In their brain, though, it's just as descriptive.
yeah.
I do like Tubus though. They have a rear rack that I was looking at. That's
Is that the BS 120?
it's like a low rider rack but it's still. We should just go to it.
Should we go to it or should we get through these comments?
Comment.
We'll come back to the. If it's meant to be, we'll come back to the.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Harry. Peekaboo, what's up? Let's see. Fudgy said he has Brad on his phone as the Syracuse sneezer.
Yeah, right.
The dude who was the sneeze assaulted had already walked by and been offended by something we said earlier. Oh, that's true. He did go one way and then go back the other way. They got sneezed on. They got blasted.
Man, that was it was not a polite sneeze.
Yeah. What's up, Jacob? What's up, Racer? The ice cream bar. Jay Dandy wants to know, what's up, Jay Dandy? If we have ice cream sandwiches for the... We do, because I'm not
There's
eating
still
mine.
one. Oh, David, David is.
No, I put it in the freezer.
Yeah. I've never really ridden in the Appalachians. I guess besides when we did the, what's that trail called?
Oh, in Virginia. or
With
West
all the
Virginia,
tunnels?
Yeah. Not Green,
Not Greenbrier.
not Greenbrier.
It's the one with all the tunnels.
God damn it.
But that's not even, I mean, that's in the Appalachians, but it's just on a rail trail, so flat.
Yeah.
Like,
You could probably pull up those pictures and look up the geotag.
yeah, we're really get...
We gotta get through these comments.
Does Brad have a Firebird glass? Yeah, Eddie. It's a it was a special for Beer Week,
It's pretty.
Ohio Beer. What does it say? Ohio Beer Week or something?
Ohio craft beer.
What, autofocus?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure they
No.
care a lot. Maybe you could just hold it back for
They
Oh, no, dude.
asked.
No, we turned off autofocus because it kept
Oh,
trying to do stuff.
sorry. I tried to help.
Yeah. Did I see that someone shot a gray wolf? No. Sayed to the UPA. So I think that's some Uper talk, right?
Say yeah.
Say ya.
to the.
Hey,
Say
Steve
yeah
Marino,
to
what's
the
up?
UPA.
Art to texture. I'm thinking about buying a Dorado bike tomorrow for $15. I don't know Dorado.
Where are you seeing that?
Right there.
Oh. I do not know. Dorado. Oh,
Yeah.
Dorado.
Dorado. Dorado? Oh, Dorado.
Doran.
That's the game.
do?
The rest of the evening.
It's not an El Dorado, just a Dorado. It's not the Dorado.
Yeah, it's a Dorado.
A Dorado. how to feel about the bike cycling infrastructure in Detroit compared to here. Compared to Akron, Detroit's way better. Cleveland would be a different. Cleveland's got a lot more bike infrastructure on the level of Detroit now. I feel where there are certain bike lanes and bike routes.
When
Have
you
guys
say
ridden in Detroit?
infrastructure, do you mean like built trails or just paint? Like,
I'm thinking the level that Cleveland and Detroit are at is a lot of paint and then some
Yeah.
decent trails.
okay.
Yeah. I just mean all of it combined, I guess. But I'm not an anti-paint person. When I see those people who are like, paint's not protection,
infrastructure.
I'm like, yeah, it is. Most cars stay on the road. They
yeah.
follow the lines. Like I don't see like people like day to day just like going flying everywhere.
Yeah.
Like cars are, not that it doesn't happen. And I get why people want protected bike lanes, especially if you want families to go out and use it. But I'm not against paint. Give me paint. Give me a shoulder.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
cars in general follow the rules. We have the Akron Marathon here. They paint this blue line for it every year, and when it's on the side of the road, you'll watch cars will stay to this side of it all year
No
long.
matter
even,
what, yeah,
even
that's
though
great.
that's not what it's for. So, yeah, I don't know. Painted bike lanes to me are better than nothing. So, but you know,
And there would have to be at least enough of a shoulder to create that bike lane. So it's like, yeah, that's better than a curb.
so lady guest, have you ever raced the Barry-Roubaix?
Right?
Greg, it's Ames, but she just did race that last weekend. I actually wanted to ask you guys about
Oh my
that.
gosh, I thought it was a setup. It was so on the nose.
Yeah. Would you get second in your category?
Yeah, second in my category. So this was the second year I raced it, but it was. I think the competition was much more steep this year. So I raced it last year as well, and just to give you an idea, I took first in my category last year with the exact same race time and average, and came in 11th overall for women in the 62 mile. And this year I raced, as I said, the same time and finished. That put me at 19th overall. And then still second in my category.
So everyone was aiming for your time last year.
Yeah, I guess. Sure.
I don't think that's how it works. Is it, that race is a big deal, right? Like serious gravel riders show up to
Yeah.
it, don't they? Because I hear about it. Like it seems like way more than anything else in the region.
Isn't it one of the bigger?
It's the largest gravel race in the United States. The second largest like organized ride in the U.S. The largest is actually like Hincap. It's a Fondo. But yeah, so I mean, you've got such a huge. That's what also makes it difficult is like the categories are huge, so the amount of competition you're gonna see in a race like that, especially for like a novice racer, is a lot more.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, North Bend Rail Trail. I was just pulling those up while we were talking, but yeah, because even for someone like you, do you get invited to that?
No.
No.
I mean,
because I've seen them give away entries at other races, so it sounds like it's hard to get into.
yeah. Usually entries are given away at like higher level races or like the Lifetime series and stuff like that, where they're really trying to get the professionals out there. Or if there's, I don't know if when there's a lottery, I think sometimes I think there's rules around that for those events that like actually everybody has to be part of the lottery and they can't give any away. I don't know. Yeah.
So it's bigger than the Mid-South and Unbound?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Actually, Mid-South is bigger than Unbound.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because Unbound's kind of like the one I consider the OG. You
Yeah.
know? Like,
That's what I thought too. There's 5,100 some people.
For Barry?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like just shy of 5,200 people.
oh, geez. Yeah. Racer was asking about 3D printing bike parts. The only one I know who has a 3D printer is Woody from Roach Clips, because that's how he makes all his little doodads, as the kids call them.
These days. Yeah, I'm sure they call them doodads.
I know. That's
Trinkets?
You got Dave good with that.
yeah. I just, when I do this stream, I just become my mom. I can only, it's the whole ball of wax, you know what I mean? Oh, the Dorado is an 80s bike. Oh, we'll have to look that up, but again, we were trying to.
He's not just into retro bikes. everything about him.
Yeah. Yeah, retro language.
Yeah. Some people might call it stuck.
That's not true. Most of my vintage bikes are older than me, so it's not like I was like grew up with them and it's like stayed into them.
Oh yeah, I was just talking about everything else.
Oh yeah. Well.
Borderline, but
Oh, he 3D printed some friction washers. I've watched other people do it. I guess it depends on what you're making, right? Because on Burn Peaks, he's made some stuff that just like broke. So I think you have to be. But plus, it depends on the printer you have. Like 3D printing is such a broad category of tech, right? I mean, you could 3D print titanium, you know.
I don't know anything about
Yeah.
3D printing.
my coworker got a 3D printer for Christmas, and for 3 months, all he made was like little figurines that were all around the office, and they're still there. He hasn't used it since.
That would be so
That's a good
fun.
use.
Yeah.
Oh, Harry said from Detroit that he's referring to trails, protected lanes, as well as interesting routes. We have lots of interesting routes and we have lots of trails in Akron, but the bike infrastructure is still pretty weak. When you say like the official, I mean, we're actually like, I hate the word blessed, but I can't think of a different one. With the bike trails, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're
Very
right
true.
here where we're sitting. We're within 10 minutes of 3 different trails
Yeah.
and connectors and stuff like that. They're getting better with the bike lanes. Most of them don't go anywhere though, so it's like
They're
Not
not
a-
just bike trails. They're like take you to different cities.
Yeah.
It's,
yeah, with the hiking bike there must be 40, 50 miles of hiking bike, 101 miles of towpath.
yeah. They're good connectors
Yeah.
to a lot of other things. Yeah.
Freedom Trail's 10 miles but connects to the Portage hiking bike, which goes for what, another 15, 20?
Yeah.
I guess 20 out to that Peck Road.
Yeah. it's not bad. That's what it's called.
Yeah, I gave her a face right when I said
You.
You're welcome.
yeah, man, try to have a serious conversation.
No.
Be a potato bike cone. Yeah, definitely a bike cone. For sure.
Speaking of pine cones, I need to make new emojis for the channel. Not get rid of the pine cone. That's a classic.
That's a classic. Well,
QR.
we were going on a ride one morning, or we were talking about it, and I was pointing out the weather, and Tim was like, "Stop being such a downer," and I was like, "I'm just reading you the weather, you pine cone."
Oh.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. That is where it came. No, we weren't going on. I thought we were in the car going to Connecticut.
No, because you
Oh,
guys
that's
were in bed.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like first thing in the morning.
Yeah. What's up,
That
Chris
was the-
FYB?
The first word that came to mind.
Chris from Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah. You had a couple good rides too recently.
I've been to Doylestown, Ohio, signing autographs later if anyone is interested. At Doylestown, we ride right by there when we go to the cider place.
That's
we've
near
up that ladder?
Warren, right?
Yeah.
No,
No,
other way.
it's
Oh.
it's
You know though,
by
if you-
Rittman.
I would never.
Yeah.
I thought it was out. I was thinking out past Ravenna too for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh.
I was
No,
thinking
No,
further
Rittman.
east.
I just
Yeah.
consider Warren near Rittman too, though. But maybe.
Let's go to the maps.
Oh, Jay Dandy, I hope you're here.
He is. He missed the first round of maps.
Look at you just typing something
Yeah,
into.
yeah. Look at this.
Look at.
Ah,
How you talk.
why didn't you guys say something?
We
The-
were the entire time.
I'm gonna rebrand this
This is
stream
the
tonight when I
only-
go to bed as like Ohio's gravel champion. Then there's just gonna be this stream. So people tune in to like hear like race.
Oh
Stuff.
God.
Yeah. This,
Yeah.
ever heard of Rittman, Ohio?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
haven't that much either.
Wattsburg.
Uh,
Smithville.
You know, it's not anywhere near Ravenna. It's not even the same.
It's
Size.
No, I didn't say
But it's
Ravenna.
next to
Bryce said
Doylestown.
Ravenna.
But
Yeah.
then you said Warren. Warren's also like completely.
But it's like
Also
on your way, I
south of-
guess.
no,
so-
Warren's over
Warren.
here. We live
Oh
over here.
shoot, Worcester is what I meant.
Ah, Worcester. Yeah, it's
Wow.
definitely on the way to Worcester
Yeah.
or Worcester.
Thank you.
There's Doylestown.
There's
It's a tiny.
Doylestown.
We've never actually stopped. There's nothing there. Well, I mean Shelley's Uptown Grill, but
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah. There for a good time.
yeah, because we do that ride and where's the orchard? Probably on one of these lakes.
Yeah, we ride out to the Wad, but
Yeah.
There's some great roads out
Yeah.
there.
I want to do some more riding this way this year because we've like hit like every single road on the way out of this
Yeah.
part of the state.
but there's only so many ways out there. Yeah, I get. Wasn't Mike? Didn't Micah or was it Ben? It's probably Ben has a nice route out to Worcester.
Micah and I rode out to Worcester.
I don't think I've ridden all the way there. I mean, I've ridden that distance in that direction, but I don't think we've gone because
Yeah, because it makes it nearly
Is it
100
just
miles.
me, or do I feel like rural roads are worse than driving through a big city sometimes?
it depends.
It's just
it
you.
just really depends.
I have more, and I guess I have more dread about that than riding through a city.
I mean, we did ride our bikes on Interstate 5 out there for a good while, which
When we do Ohio to Erie, why don't we go? Because we don't go through Worcester or Ribbon. We get down to because we go to Massillon.
Yeah, we go.
Massillon, as everyone says in their Ohio to Erie videos.
really
Massillon.
That's a lot.
Massillon?
Yeah. Well, everyone Akron. No one says like the
Really?
Midwest or Midwestern where we turn the O's and do an I at the end of words. Akron, Massillon, and drop all the syllables. Massillon.
Massillon's
Cuyahoga.
Those
Cuyahoga
ones are
Falls.
pretty good.
Cuyahoga.
No one says
Cuyahoga.
Cuyahoga to their friends. Yeah, I guess we come. Yeah, so we come down south of all that because we end up in Millersburg.
Yeah.
All right. Pudgy said Barry-Roubaix is nuts.
It's a good time. It's a good time.
It was.
Is this about this ride? Greg said first year we had 250 racers that blew up when it moved to Hastings. Oh yeah, that is Hastings. Is
Yeah.
Barry-Roubaix,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's crazy. 250.
It did feel like a party. It was,
Oh, the vibe is so fun.
Did you poach the short route?
yeah.
I love that you're.
Oh, you're afraid to admit that? Like they're gonna come arrest you?
Yeah.
The gravel police?
Yeah.
He doesn't have a number. He doesn't have a number.
Yeah. Was that what did you try and enjoy it, but then you were just
No,
freaking
but
out the whole
that
time?
what did happen. One lady was doing that,
Yelling at you?
but she was just worried that I didn't because I didn't have a number. She wasn't mad. She was
Ah.
like, "Oh no, his number." It was,
And you're like, I'm not racing, I'm just
I just thought I'm good.
yeah. That's I can't believe at Road Apple the one year I forgot my helmet that nobody said anything to me.
Really?
Because especially, there's a lot of roadie-ish people there, and they
Where
are
did you?
usually helmet Nazis. No offense,
Yeah.
roadie-ish people, but you guys
I
are
thought you
usually
were saying
helmet
no
Nazis.
offense, Nazi.
No offense, Nazis. Yeah, like roadies are far worse.
Oh my God. I think that's true. I showed up to a club ride one time, road biking, and I forgot a helmet.
At least
and
they waved at each other.
yeah, they gave
Sorry.
me hell. They're like, "Oh, European today, huh?
They said European?
European."
I've never heard that as for no helmets, because
Yeah.
I guess since I watch European racing, I always assume like there are more helmets than us.
I don't actually know.
Yeah,
I don't know what kind of dig it was. I just
Yeah.
called my dad.
Were you taking a leak when it happened? Maybe they were just saying European.
That's,
Had nothing to do with-
I was. I just was confused.
Nothing to do with the
about
helmet.
it.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's actually exactly how the story went. Oh my God.
I was peeing both times.
Wow. It was so weird. And I just didn't have my helmet on.
The year I forgot at Road Apple was icy too. I'm like, I'm gonna kill myself at Road Apple.
But let's do it
When
anyways.
the last trail was all ice, that was the year.
Yeah. Raw dogged it. Had raw dogged it.
Head raw. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe nobody ever said anything to me. I
That's
really
wild.
thought like
Yeah.
Otis was like about to be like, you can't, and then like the race started, and I was like,
I've been to races where they have rules where if you are seen riding your bike without a helmet, then you're automatically disqualified.
Really?
Yeah, like even in the parking lot and whatever.
Really?
What did I
Yeah,
sign
if
a
you're riding
waiver
it-
for then?
Yeah. I know. I mean, UCI events it's compulsory, but I didn't think in other events people cared.
Yeah.
I'm not a racer anyways, so they could disqualify me. I won't get 75th. My 75th won't be official.
I was like, I did the 36 route and I left 20 minutes late. I hope you're not surprised. And I caught up to the tail end of the 36 group, and it was all like older people or people walking their bikes and stuff. And I'm just like passing people left and right, and they're like, "Oh, he's going for it." And I felt so fast until the 62 group caught up with me, and it was like F1 cars. Just like, poof, poof, poof. I was like, "Oh my god!"
In all fairness, you were 20 minutes late to the 36-mile ride, but technically like an hour and a half early to the 62.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
When you talk about that, I keep thinking about that ever since Barry-Roubaix and Vanderpool's average being, 50K, which is like 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So every time I'm going down a hill now and I'm not hitting 30
You weren't
and
even
I'm
going
like
as
pedaling into it, I'm like, this is what he averaged over 250K.
Yep.
I just can't even.
Yeah.
By
I
his
can't even
own
imagine.
strength.
Yeah.
Nothing, no descents.
It
Oh.
just- I rode into the Y Bridge the other day. Like I was at the red light, so I didn't have like a lead into it. But still, it's downhill for a long time.
Yeah.
Picking up speed, like 2% downhill.
You were going north or south?
Back towards the falls, so
Okay.
north.
So you had the hill.
Yeah. So I'm getting up to like 25, 26 from the red light, and I'm like pedaling my ass off. And I'm just like, this is 4 miles slower, and I'm going downhill than his average
Going
for
downhill, that's the best.
5 hours. For 5 hours. And now when you watch them float over the cobbles, it's like, yeah, because their bike's not touching the ground.
Yeah.
For us, it would
Yeah.
be like, bam, 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 bam. And he's just, like, that road, and they ride aero bikes now. They don't even mess with, like, customized bikes. They just put 30s, 32s on
Yeah.
and ride aero bikes. Like, insane.
Just
There's
break-
one part we were watching when Vanderpool hits the cobbles, and
yeah.
the group is behind him, and his lead he starts slowly creeping up, and
Yeah.
like,
On people drafting. Yeah.
and they're not on the cobbles yet. They're still on
Yeah.
asphalt or
Dude,
tarmac,
nuts.
and he accelerated. Yeah.
Out there breaking his own record.
Benjamin, yeah, I know I pronounce a lot of things wrong in the videos, especially local names, but trust me, the comments are full of people correcting me. Even when I know how it's pronounced, sometimes I say it wrong in a take, and I'm like, I'm not going back and saying 5 minutes worth of speaking because I mispronounced something.
Yeah.
One guy got so mad at me because I kept calling it Belle Isle, Detroit, instead of Belle Island. But, like, you can see how I make that mistake. I'm continuing
Yeah,
with the
I would
French
say-
theme.
Yeah.
So for that guy, I was just like, I really was. And he was, like, mad. He's like, you should know a place's name if you're going to make a video about it. I'm like, this video has 600 views, bro. Like, it's a YouTube video of me riding my bike around Detroit talking about it, and I say Belle Isle because Belle is a French word and Isle is a French word. Like,
Do you think he's still riding like a dopamine wave from like
yeah.
getting up on that soapbox?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Unsubscribe. Yeah.
That's so hard.
This is the one moment of power
Yeah.
in my
Wow.
life, and I'm gonna use it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, but I do know that now because everybody told me that.
What
so.
about Saint Ignace?
That's what it was, a
Ignis.
pronunciation correction. Saint Ignace. All right, let's see. Talking about 3D printing. I think you guys got that conversation handled yourselves.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
We just don't know anything. I can't add anything. Pinecone is a step on this.
Who's? There's a Akron connection to Spuds, though.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, there is an Akron connection to Spud.
Cleveland area. A lot of cocaine. Okay.
Damn it. Oh, wow. Look at all these.
Where's the cocaine?
Right there. Cleveland area. A lot of cocaine in Cleveland.
I guess you have to be in the market to know that, though, right?
Right?
People
How
don't
do
just,
you
like-
know that?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's a
I have
port
no
city.
idea how available it is.
It's a port city. That's my Austin Powers, my favorite part of that movie. And he's like, condoms are for sailors, and she says, not anymore. And he said, no, he says, only sailors wear condoms. And she said, not anymore. He said, they should, those filthy beggars. They go from port to port.
You would reference Austin Powers.
It's called classic. That became a real classic.
Oh boy. Oh, that's
Sound
That's not a
has
super
sound
chat, bro.
subscribed to the channel.
Bike forecast AccuWeather is your favorite source because it has more smaller towns listed. I'm an AccuWeather user. What are you? You're like Dark Skies or whatever?
No, I do. I reference AccuWeather.
You do the AccuWeather?
But I look at a bunch. My weather app allows you to pick from multiple sources. But we have a friend who what is Scott's degree?
Weather?
Sure, he's got a degree in weather.
Yeah.
He recommends an app called My Radar Pro, which is a terrible name, but the app is pretty good.
He takes
My
his
Radar
weather
Pro.
seriously.
But I'll cross-reference like 6 different.
They send them all over the world to study weather. We should probably take more of his advice. Scott,
Oh yeah, that's true.
just brought him up.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking about the app he recommended. Clovis asked, how do I ride with my camera gear? Very carefully. All different ways. Sometimes I just have it on a strap over my back. Sometimes I have it in a bag. Sometimes it's on a bike bag. It really depends on what I'm doing and what gear I'm carrying. For the GoPro, it always has a mouth mount that's either hooked in my pocket or over a strap here. But that's the one constant. So
Do you see this one? This is the best comment all night. She lived in Ames, Iowa.
he's a dude.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, their name's Racer. That could be
Yeah.
a gender neutral screen name, but
I just assumed it was a she.
I just know from
I reference Ames, Iowa whenever I introduce myself, and
Oh yeah, they announced they're on the podium as Amos.
Amos
second year in a row.
in Michigan.
Uh-huh.
Aren't they?
That's what I
Far-
said. They're kind of close to Iowa. They should know Ames.
Yeah,
Bargains by the
and they're
way.
far enough away from the Amish.
The
Amos?
sounds like, what was the other word?
Is that the cat?
When we go out
Yeah.
to what kind of country with all the cheese?
Oh man, we're still at the no offense Nazis.
And that guy who stared at Erin because she was smoking.
Yeah.
Angrily.
Mike's sculpture's not done. He just got the install of the main beams, Jay Dandy. So still a lot of work to do. So I don't know when the actual unveiling will be. A lot of weather dependent stuff.
Yeah, he's got to put on armor or skin for it. And I think he has to finish the electronics as well.
The cubes that are going in.
Yeah, and then
So-
there's a bunch of shapes on the bottom too.
Second, Brian said his wife is a helmet Nazi. She absolutely insists I wear a helmet. I said one of the big reasons I wear one all the time is just so people don't bother me.
That's fair.
People are. I mean, like it's like a seatbelt to me. Come on up.
Oh, hey, Evan.
Come on.
It's like a why not? I mean, why not?
I didn't wear a helmet for years.
Really?
And then
We never wore them.
my
when we started
girlfriend at
doing
the
rats.
time
No one wore one.
insisted on me getting a helmet. I didn't wear it. And then one day she's like, please wear your helmet. So I put it on, and a car hit me, and I hit my head on a telephone pole and cracked the helmet. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I wear it as a why not now too, because we've all gone down at this point. But when we started like doing rides, like nobody wore one. Ben didn't wear
Man.
one. I didn't. AJ was the only when he
Wow.
started riding with us. AJ was Albert was the only one who ever wore one.
I know who AJ is.
Yeah,
Yeah. Jesus.
people are like, I don't know, no one ever says that.
I can't imagine never wearing a helmet. Growing up, my parents.
When it gets real hot, I have trouble wearing one.
Yeah.
And depending on what we're doing, I will.
Not wear one.
Yeah.
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 I was waiting to ride John Bryan, and I don't know. Do you guys know what NICA is? Person kicked me out of the park for sitting on my bike waiting for the ride after the event. I'm assuming he's saying he wasn't wearing a helmet.
After I told them I was waiting.
Oh yeah, without a helmet.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
John Smith, Brian, she loves you. My wife hides my helmet. I also think, like I said, I think to go mountain biking without a helmet would be stupid. You can do it if you want to. I would never make anyone do it. There are times to wear it. I get why, like, road racing, why helmets are compulsory now. Like, you look at all the injuries this year. Like, 5 people would be dead already in pro racing without helmets. And I'm not, like, anti-helmets. People I just think are so overboard about them. If you have good bikes infrastructure, nobody wears them in the Netherlands. Like, those people aren't cyclists. They're just riding to work, and they have separated infrastructure, and there's not a lot of problems. It's just, for me, it's more like, yes, I'm going to probably get hit by a car one day and crack my head on the pavement because we have such bad drivers and infrastructure here. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I actually think I am a bit of a helmet Nazi. I'll like call people out, and I think that
You'll call them out?
Yeah.
Like, because Erin, like, forgot hers when we rode out to Kent, like, last summer. We say it at some point. Someone's like, raw dogging it today? And she's like, but if we're, like, more than 2 miles in, no one goes back.
man, yeah, I'd be super uncomfortable with it. I think it's just because like even a small fall
I said it backwards.
can really be a bad injury.
Wait, go back up. The Fat Albert.
What did I miss, Fat Albert?
No. Yeah, that one.
Oh, there we go.
I take it the roads are open, so assuming you don't use support stops, what's the problem? I did not use the support stops, but they had a lot of police at that event. They had a lot of signage and people, so I did benefit from like the people who put on that race.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the lie I told myself to feel good about it.
That you were costing them
I'm not going to use any of the stops, but
they were there anyways, though, right?
I mean, he is right in the sense that they do state for Barry that the roads are open and some courses are closed. So
Yeah.
to poach the course it's considered illegal at that event. Then it's a paid closed road, but.
If the roads are open, then technically you could
technically
ride
you
wherever
can.
you want.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just the fact that they paid these police or security, whatever, and for the signage. It was also like, there's safety in numbers. When you have that many people on
Yeah.
the road, the cars have no choice but to be.
But you
Yeah.
could do that on your own, too.
Yeah.
I mean, Bike Party
Yeah,
does that. And,
I know. I'm just saying.
Because there was a guy that I was emailing with for a while. He was trying to put on a memorial ride in Wadsworth, actually. And I did connect him with our buddy out there. Why am I drawing a blank on our Wadsworth friend's name? Jansen, yeah. But he reached out to the town and the police about doing this memorial ride, and they said, no, you can't do it. And I'm like, I said, you do it anyways.
Yeah, you can.
There's no rule against, like, as long as you're riding on open roads, there's no rule
Yeah.
against a group of cyclists riding together.
Yeah.
I was like, that's why I always big on the ask forgiveness, not permission type thing. People ask all the time about our routes we ride. Yeah, a lot of them are technically gray areas, as I like to say, but anything involved with the railroads is private property, but it's only illegal if they catch you.
It's the truth.
The secret ingredient is crime.
Yeah.
Detroit.
Detroit.
Detroit. Yeah.
Detroit.
Le Detroit. Le Detroit.
Huh. I was in Chagrin last week, but I was working.
We have a ride out to Crooked Pecker.
Yeah, we're talking about getting out there and doing a Crooked Pecker ride, so. Hey, what's up, Wes? Oh, my radar. Are they talking about your app?
Oh yeah. My Radar Pro.
I'm a Weather Channel app.
Oh, Windy
girly.
that's the one I just sent you last week. That
Oh, that's an app?
It's a website. It is an app, but it's better on a bigger screen.
You sent it to me? In a text?
I can't remember if it was a group text or.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you.
Sometimes those group texts, if I'm busy, I get too behind, and I'm like, whatever. Me and everyone except you.
Yeah. Sorry, take it seriously. Unlike anything else in our lives. Wait.
Yeah, Kombucha.
Oh, that's just way two different people. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Wow. My radar fans out here.
Oh yeah, there it is. Detroit.
I like it.
Detroit, yeah.
I think so.
My radar. Oh, slow cyclist. Now we're talking.
A lot of
Pure
people.
people. No.
What's up, slow cyclists? Let's see if we could. Do you think we could actually catch up? Do I worry about vibrating my cameras to death? I rarely ever put my camera body into a bag, like on the bike. I put it over my shoulder, so I'm the suspension for it. And yeah, I do have cameras with IBIS, and when they were new, I worried about that. But I just don't put them in the bike bags unless it's like super smooth.
Trees do suck.
Yeah, like I said, I wear my helmet all the time. I just didn't used to, and I'm not. If I forget it, I'm not going back for it.
Does anyone need something?
I'm all good. Are you having a beer? Or are you...
Yeah, I was going to.
So you're gonna bring two? What is the slowest crash I've had? Soul, N, I'm guessing. Probably using my toe cages and coming up to a stop sign and not taking my feet out in time. When I rode my vintage bikes, I rode in all toe cages all the time, vintage style toe cages, and yeah, and we always drank a lot too. So.
Oh man, I actually have a good one. We went on a ride. Was it a rat ride, Brad? That night before I had to go to Boston. But we were on some railroad gravel.
Oh, thanks.
And I was on my Canyon, so my racing bike, and the train starts going, and I remember Micah was ahead. It was a group of us, and I had come up to everybody on the railroad gravel finally, and just didn't unclip either of my feet, and fell directly down.
Into the train.
Yeah, and everybody's just staring at me. And I just, oh man, I was stressed. Drive train side down too. Not good.
Classic.
I went OTB with both my feet in the cages on the Peugeot, and it was a rat's ride, and I just hit like a sewer lid I didn't expect, and I don't know what it was. I mean, that bike does have me super slammed, but
Yeah.
I rolled it, and I also had a full backpack on with my drone and everything that night.
Oh my god.
So we had been drinking, and I went over, like I would have been over the bars, but the bike came with me, so it was just like a flip.
Yeah.
Sounds like there were some wrong decisions made before the drinking even started.
Not a lot. I got cool footage that night, but yeah, I'm laying on the ground with my feet stuck in the cages, and like it felt like turtle on the back type thing, and I remember. I'm like, Ben, help me, and he had to like get my feet out of the cages and help me. But that was one of those nights where I didn't get like hurt at all, and that I guess that would be helmet error. I'd probably wearing a helmet by the time I was riding that bike, but yeah.
Man, I did Reign of Pain last year with a duo team with Micah, and the first lap I went over the handlebars for the first time ever, and then the second time ever, like 2 miles later, and the second time my feet didn't unclip from the mountain bike, and I missed. I was on like the edge of the trail, so then it like went down into a little valley, and I missed it and just went straight ahead, and then tumbled with my feet clipped into the pedals, and it flipped over, finally released.
That's like Kenny Supermaning off old AP.
Kenny's had some good wrecks. There's that time he went to cut through those bushes, but he didn't realize there was actually a wire fence in the bushes.
Oh my
ripped his hand open. We got to Magic City, and he's like, "Do you guys have any Band-Aids?" No.
Wes Cheslak super chatted $4.99. Hello friends, I'm all for wearing a helmet while on the bicycle. Sometimes I wear one while relaxing at home. Perhaps I'm wearing one now.
Sounds like a good idea.
I think I hurt myself more around my house than I bump into doors and
100%.
kick my bike like when I'm moving it or something. I swear, helmet won't help with any of that.
No.
I love though, like, cause we're down in the basement.
Someone there was a helmet for your feet.
Yeah.
For your shoes.
You guys, I still think it's funny every time someone says it. You're wearing your helmet and you bump into a tree branch, or like I'm coming down the basement here and I hit my head on the. And it's always good thing I was wearing a helmet. But you know you wouldn't have hit your head if you had a helmet. It's like the helmet, that extra height that makes you like hit your. But
Or like diminishes your visibility
Yeah.
as well.
it'll never not be funny when someone hits their head walking with a helmet on and someone says, "Good thing you were wearing a helmet."
The only reason you get your. Oh.
Yeah, they slow cyclists. Even 20 years ago, they did, but they would put them on going down the mountains. So they would go to the team car. Like you could watch Greg LeMond. He's just wearing a cap. And when they would start to descend the mountain, the team car would come up. He would put his helmet on to descend the mountain. Then he would take it back off.
We were just
On the descent, I'm more worried about skin grafts than. Oh
Yeah.
man, jeez.
Yeah. So I think longer than 20 years they've been putting helmets on going down. Because if I'm thinking Le Mans, that's like 89. 80, 81 his last tour, 89 or 88. So they've been wearing helmets since the 80s, but it wasn't compulsory till
98.
2000. It was in 98?
I think it was 98.
98? Thought early 2000s what I was going to guess. But
Yeah,
that's
you can
about
go
the same.
back and watch Lance Armstrong racing.
Yeah, he's not always wearing a helmet. That's true, because Fignon and all of them weren't wearing them. Yeah.
I think it said, I remember looking that up, and it was something like the first 2 or 3 years, you
Chris
didn't
Fight
have to wear
became
it
a
the whole
member.
time. It was
Chris
kind of like what you
Fight
were saying, like they
celebrates
could put it
11
on.
months of membership. Free membership milestone.
And then there was like an
message.
accident and somebody
That
died.
is all.
Then it was
Waving
supposed to-
hand.
Chris Five.
That's the first time it's done that it reads the milestone messages. Sorry, I didn't
No.
expect it to keep going because
Clearly I didn't either. I was like, I'll just talk through it.
Chris Fibe, yeah. Anyways, go ahead. What were you saying? I got.
Just how long they've been, the first like 3 years of wearing helmets, when it was made a rule for the tour. I guess you only had to wear it in the descents and everything.
Oh, before they made it like nonstop.
Yeah, there was an accident, somebody died, and then everybody wore them.
Hey, what's up, Ian Nui? I know we're probably way behind on the chat, but Ian is someone I know through Terry's channel and Discord. So. Yeah, always ride with a helmet, but if you're waiting to ride or in a waiting area.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, I don't know, like when I'm fixing a bike and I go out to ride it around the block down my alley to test it, I never put my helmet.
Yeah.
I never would think of putting my helmet on for that. I wear my helmet, like I said, all the time now. I actually wouldn't tell anyone else to wear one. Like, I don't have any. It's that kind of thing I feel like with certain things. Like, I was saying, like, the idea during COVID was you could get other people sick. That's what scared me, and that's why I was fine with restrictions. When we had the wildfires last year, we were talking about this too. We went out and rode, and people were getting mad at people for going outside during that. I'm like, that only affects you. Like, if I feel like I could go out in the smoke, that's up to me. I can't hurt anyone else. And I feel the same way about helmets, where I'm like, I choose to wear one if I'm, like, most of the time, and especially if I'm doing anything gnarly, and especially if I'm going to have a couple drinks.
Yeah.
But I would never, I wouldn't say anything to anyone else. Like, if someone showed up to my group ride and, like, was not wearing one, I wouldn't notice, because that's just, if it's not one of my friends, I'm probably not going to notice. But I just wouldn't say anything. Like, it's your choice. I mean,
I wouldn't say something to someone I don't know, but I think to someone I do know, I would say something. Or like if you went out without your helmet for like a long ride, I think I'd be. It's the like what could happen, and the fact that like we have something that could save your life. Even
No, that's what Ian's saying too.
Yeah. Like
in my defense, it's only when my depression is kicking in.
like when you want to die. Bring it.
I'm like,
Yeah, bring that accident out, Jesus.
I just don't care as much. I'm not saying.
Well, so speaking of like Ian and Terry, like Terry, like he'll be like cruising around like New York sometimes without it, and I'm like, I would wear it, but I don't care that he's not wearing it. But I still do notice it, like in like that kind of city traffic when someone's just like cruising
being
without
around
it.
Cars,
But again,
I'll definitely put up.
he did a video with do you know Bike Spot, but
And that's where,
Bike Snob NYC.
Oh my
He
God,
did it.
yes.
He did you got to look up the video. He did one.
I read his blog. I didn't know he did videos. That's how old I. That's how old I
Stanley
am.
became a member.
Jandy,
Stanley celebrates 37 months of membership. Pinecone potato blue moon maps tuna boat. Banana, 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 banana.
I'm so glad it reads the members' chats now. Yeah, it didn't used to say them out loud. But yeah, so Terry did a really well filmed video with Bike Snobs and Bike Snob was saying why he doesn't wear a helmet, and he was just talking about it's my choice, freedom, and just a number of whatever. They actually made a promo video together for the 5 Boroughs tour, and Bike Snobs wasn't wearing a helmet, and so like they wouldn't use it for the promo video, and they Terry shot it with his like nicer cameras, and like it was this beautiful video. They put it on the YouTubes. Anyways, the YouTube channel.
You would say YouTube.
I was gonna say the YouTube.
And not
channel.
even ironically. That's just how you say it.
Yeah, because I'm an idiot.
I think
It's
if
a little
somebody
on the nose.
Anyway, yeah.
if somebody told me they weren't wearing a helmet and I was like if they went through that whole spiel, I'd be like, go off, Queen. Like like do you then.
Yeah, to me, it's just really a seatbelt, yeah. And I've gone down now, and all my friends have gone down at some point now. But I don't, look back, and I'm like, I can't believe I didn't wear a helmet. I still don't really. And, when we're on, long bike tours and we're on, a rail trail for 50 miles, we take them off and hook them on our bike sometimes.
Yeah.
And, that accident still can happen, but everything in life is a calculated risk. Mm-hmm. It's one of the smaller chances. Driving your car is one of the most dangerous things you can do. Right, and that was one of Bike Snob's point. You don't wear you don't wear your helmet when you're driving your car.
Yeah.
But, and again, that's whatever kind of logic. But I do agree that the idea too is that helmets are so safe. If you get hit by a car going really fast, you're gonna be mangled in so many ways. I might wish I had cracked my head harder.
Right.
Or you can just die anyways. Yeah.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
I don't know. Like I said, I wear it all the time. I'm just not someone who tells
Here's
other
the
people
thing.
to wear it.
There's no argument. There's no good argument against it. There's no good argument. You're conceding point. You're just saying I don't care that much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should. Maybe that's a problem. Maybe that's something else I should work on. But
so cyclists, yeah. Are you guys? We're all doing black fork, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then, we have a cabin. It's the 3 of us and Micah and Aaron. Who else is AJ
Mikey.
going?
Mikey,
AJ.
Ben.
Yeah. That's only a week from this weekend.
2 weekends. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's coming right up.
Dave's actually covering some photo gigs for me because,
What bike
of
are
course,
you
you go away for 2 days and every single person in the world has to ask you to do your job. That's a me thing. Yeah.
We can all relate to that. I hope this email doesn't find you.
Yeah. I hope this email finds me in a cabin riding the stupidest ride that I ever do, because that would be Black Fork.
What bike are you gonna take?
The Gunner.
Yeah.
I rode the Gunner last year.
If you were gonna take the Gunner, I was gonna take the Bridge Club, and if you took the Rally, I was gonna take the Space Horse.
I wouldn't want to ride the Space Horse on those descents, especially if you're not racing.
That's what I've done previously.
I know. I did it on the Rally the
But
first
yeah.
time I did it years ago, and I was so terrified on those descents. I did climbing. Say it, don't spray it. Sorry.
It's just
Called
one.
yourself out.
Yeah, it was just one belt. One bubble.
We did a
just
whittle
escaped.
one.
Yeah,
it's
just a whittle.
Whittle
guy.
one.
You didn't even go.
Yeah, you just wanted to go around.
Yeah.
Anyways, what were we saying?
Yeah, too bad people don't clip stuff on YouTube. But yeah, I would like the rally for the climbs, like, but I could descend so much faster. I still end up in a group where I'm passing everyone I'm climbing with, and then just getting people blowing the doors off me on those insane descents.
The corners are wild on that too.
Yeah,
And washboard at the bottom of them,
yeah.
and there's stop signs at the bottom of some of them too. So
I remember
yeah.
finishing
Right.
that race last year and going, I'll have a really hard time committing to doing this race next year. And here we are.
Marty said,
Have we
helped him
caught
out,
up
just
yet?
scraped up his face. Oh, also when it started reading Wes's comment and people say helmet, I can't help but have the flashback to how people use helmets to mean condoms. And when we keep talking about safety, and I'm just waiting for the right chance to make some sexually
So much
inappropriate joke.
innuendo.
Yeah.
I like how you made that seem different than any other moment in your life. Like you're always trying to make us.
Yeah, trying to make it. Yeah.
When
And
it-
I don't know why you had to put this on. You could have made that a we or an us
You're right.
statement.
You're right. I'm sorry.
What is Ed talking about? Fabio Casartelli? Did he mean, is that an autocorrect of Cancelera?
Second Castellelli.
Wait, I bought it Specialized when I had my e-bike. The bike died, kept the helmet. Oh, Specialized helmet. Got it. There, he corrected himself. Yeah, there was someone who died the year they made it completely compulsory. I can't remember who that was, but yeah. What's up, Farley? Not the biggest fan of Specialized, but love their skid lids. I've never had a Specialized helmet. Okay. Anything I have, Dirty River carries. I didn't wear a helmet till probably Dirty River
Yeah,
was
I
open.
don't know anything about that. I guess they do
No,
have some
I
nice
did buy a
helmets.
helmet before Dirty River opened. I have a nutcase. A woman actually traded me photos for artwork, and she painted it. Have you ever seen it? It's upstairs. It's got like a view of the Akron skyline and then Summit Lake on the other side.
Wow.
Yeah, she was like, I don't really have a lot of money, but I need my artwork photographed. She's like, I like to paint bike and skateboard helmets, and I was like, yeah, do that. That
Hell
look cool
yeah.
in the studio. Like, so I have it on a mannequin upstairs. Anyways, that one I retired because I wrecked in it, and yeah, I got a second nutcase. That orange one's a nutcase. I should probably. No, I'm good. Ben bought me a helmet for my birthday because I was wearing one that was like. I was like, this helmet's only for show at this point because it had been banged around so much, where it's like,
Yeah, I think mine's on the cusp. It's on the.
I think yours is done.
Yeah, you're
yours
probably
is
right.
definitely just for show.
Yeah. Fuck. Ooh, is it after 10?
Yeah.
yeah.
Most helmets are like way too big on my head.
New similar tangent, clipped in accidentals. Oh, yeah, we kind of already covered that, but you probably said that
slow
before
motion
we
falls, yeah.
Well, I mean, you probably said this 20 minutes ago.
Really? Actually, I mean, when I went from, I did start riding mountain bike on flats. It took me like 4 months to decide to go clipped, but I don't know. I also just like being clipped in. I feel like I have more control being clipped
Yeah,
in.
I get that people are comfortable with riding clipless pedals. Don't mind riding it on mountain bikes and stuff like that. Ben does, but I would never ride cages. My first mountain
way.
bike was came with plastic cages. It was more of a hybrid, which is probably why, but it was like a Trek, whatever.
Yeah, you know
But I
what?
remember when I went out, and back then we were only poaching hiking trails, which were even scarier because they're not made for riding, so they're harder to ride. And I remember I rode it once, and then I'm riding the pedals upside down, and they're hitting the ground and making it more dangerous. And I got home and I unscrewed those things. I was like, this, because the whole difference between clipless and cages is a two action to get your
Yeah.
foot to the ground, whereas clipless, people who know how to get out of clipless, whatever style they are, it's quick.
Yeah.
Cages are not. Your foot has to come back, and then
Yeah.
So
It's so different.
That my first real bike, or the bike that got me back into riding, was a friend I inherited temporarily a GT Borrego, and it had cages on there, and I at first I didn't like it, and I got used to them, but man, I cannot imagine how dangerous that was at the time.
I loved them on my vintage road bikes. I mean, it's why I like being clipped in. When you're riding fast and climbing, it feels great. Like,
Yeah.
I used to do the same thing where I was in long stretches of, just like you see like pro racers these days, like I would like tighten the cages down if I was just on
Yeah.
the path for a while. You know, the ones with those thick plasticky nylon straps are so easy to tighten.
Yep.
Like, yeah, I even use like those, like on the old Trek, I have those like toe strap things, like fixie riders and freestyle riders
Yeah.
using those are great too.
I haven't seen you. I remember when you got those, but I haven't.
Just
seen
because I
you
don't
use
ride
them.
that, because I ride my gravel bikes all the time, and I just haven't switched the pedals. But
When I was getting into road biking, I stole my mom's 1986 Murray,
Murray.
like steel road bike with suicide shifters
Yeah,
and little leather shoe cages, and I think that was the first thing I took off. Was
Wait, what
This
are
one
those
has the leather.
suicide shifters again?
it's on the top tube? You shift from the top tube.
yeah,
Yeah.
top tube
Oh.
shifters.
Yeah.
yeah.
This one has the little leather things.
Why are they called suicide shifters?
See if you wreck.
You're like pulling your hand away instead like of on the handlebar.
Oh,
Yeah,
Is that what it is?
Suicide shifters are up here, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Or like, well, the bike was the tube went.
they're
all
on the
this way.
Peugeot right there,
Yeah,
the blue Peugeot.
right,
I have
yeah.
some top tubes on there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're like big old levers.
Ohio never had a motorcycle law. I wonder if that affects how people think about cycling helmets. I don't think so. I just
Yeah.
very different, and like none of us are motorcyclers,
Motors. Yeah. Sure. Oh, Edmund.
motorcycles.
I mean, I think it's more crazy when motorcyclists don't wear helmets than when cyclists
Oh,
don't wear
yeah,
helmets.
yeah.
Like that's a death wish.
I got that at Eddie's once. Because to take a test ride, you got to wear a helmet. And like a biker family came up. If I don't wear a helmet on my bike, I'm a motorcycle. Not wearing. Well, you're not
Yeah.
taking this for a test ride.
Yeah.
I don't know what to
Dang.
tell you.
Yeah, it's like that's just a liability at that point. That's all they're saying.
Blackball, what's up? Blackball from Toronto. You met him on the group ride.
He's cool.
So Psycho said the only time you ever wrecked was in clipped in used flats now. Yeah, I mean it's like anything else. I mean, you get used to it. I mean you could wreck in anything.
Yeah, I reckon everything.
What's up, Malk? I didn't realize you slipped in here.
Usually you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, just force it.
No one's arguing against helmets.
Yeah.
You don't need a helmet until you do ever crash and break a helmet. Well, the whole thing too is you don't need to break them once you wreck in one. Like that stuff that compresses the foam
It's all
will never
done.
compress in that spot again. So any helmet that you wreck in, broken or not, should be replaced if you're following the rules. I don't follow the
Following the
rules.
That's a great.
How far behind
What
in
a
the
great way to
comments
get
are we?
into
Man.
helmets, yeah.
What?
To avoid the low-hanging pipes.
Yes, low hanging. Good thing these basements. There's a lot of pipes in here, but this basement is super tall.
Yeah, for a basement.
I wonder if that's just a 1920s thing, because it's a storefront, because they had to be able to walk around down here. I
I
don't
feel
know.
like it's got to be more because it's a storefront than a 1920s thing. Wouldn't a 1920s basement be like real shallow?
Yeah, I guess it's a 1920s storefront that they probably use for storage, right? I don't know.
It's fascinating. That's all I know.
Yeah.
I'm more fascinated by Edmund right now.
You want to come up here, Edmund?
Come on, Edmund.
Hey, bub. He doesn't want to be.
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
Oh, drop my pen.
Yeah, I haven't. I need to read Bike Snob stuff. I haven't. You said you read his blog a lot?
Yeah, back in the like
Blogosphere days?
Like what was that 2009, 2011? Like when the fixie thing was like at peak fixie.
Is that what he was like into? Is that what he's known for? Because he rides
No.
like ribs and stuff now.
No.
Oh.
He made fun of that whole thing.
Oh, he was anti, or
Not
not anti, but just
yeah.
mocking.
Well, yeah. It's maybe snobby.
Bike, maybe like a New York City bike snob.
What do you think about
Oh, he's putting up with it?
cyclists that
Yeah,
ride?
weirdly. His arms are. This is so strange.
So what do you think about cyclists that ride in the road right next to a perfectly paved trail? I'm one of them in the Cuyahoga Valley.
Every day.
The
I
weekend.
All
see
day
that.
long.
If you
We
ride-
are the people that are.
Yeah,
on
if you
the-
ride above a
she's the
certain
person on the
speed,
road.
Yeah.
you cannot ride.
No.
It's like the towpath through the Cuyahoga Valley. And it doesn't mean anywhere. And I don't do this everywhere. There are a lot of places where the bike trail is always better. There are parts of like that are just packed with families
Yeah.
and you just can't ride your bike. So
I do not enjoy being on the trails. I will always choose the road.
And they've changed like through the Cuyahoga Valley next to the towpath, they've changed all the roads and paved them wider and put in shoulders
Yeah.
because they know that. Like you cannot ride at 12 miles an hour and you
Yeah.
know in the valley. So
To me, it's the same effect of saying, like, get on the sidewalk.
yeah.
Because, sure, you can ride on a sidewalk, but you're going to have to go around slower obstacles.
Yeah.
It's pretty uneven. I don't know. Yeah. I'll take the road.
Yeah, but those are two people with like different goals on their ride, and that's like, I don't know. I think that should just be something to consider.
I don't even understand. I don't know. I don't know what that
All right. Jay Dana said, I don't care if anyone wears a helmet. We're kind of overpopulated anyways.
Yeah,
Car helmets.
corporations.
Thank you, Jaden.
Yeah, I get it. Again, none of us are against bike helmets. Did I miss Mr. Natty in
Yeah,
here?
if anything, we're just talking about how
Yeah.
we're dumb sometimes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we
that's
know-
fair. That's
Yeah.
a better way to put it. Yeah.
I wear my
sometimes you just
helmet
don't
when
give
I
a fuck.
drive it. Yeah, what's up, Mr. Natty?
I'm
Earlier.
not trying to be a good example here.
Yeah. Don't confuse this
Let's
as
not lead
advice.
by example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking about the gunks earlier. I saw that Mr. Natty
just
was
being
out on
honest.
that ride too. The Gunk's Not Dead ride.
Man, that ride looks great.
What distance did everyone doing at Black Fork? I'm doing the long. What is
Yeah,
it? A
fif-
60? 50?
54, I think.
54? That's like
Yeah.
6,000 feet of climbing, right?
Yeah.
Ah, God, that ride sucks.
It took me the same amount of time to race Black Fork as it did Barry, and it's like 12 miles longer.
Really?
Yeah.
We should do Woolly Pig soon. Just, I don't. Is it too late?
What are you talking about?
Too
To
late
train
to
for
train.
Barry
Yeah,
Black
to get
Fork.
to get better.
2 weeks out, no way.
Yeah.
You're having second thoughts about Black Fork? Don't worry. I would say most people walk a few of the hills. Those first 3, people walk.
Yeah, sure. You guys walk them all the time.
Yeah, you're way too far ahead to see what's going on.
Yeah, you're definitely. You're gonna at least walk one of those hills. There's no.
Sometimes that third hill,
Yeah.
even if you could make it up, you won't on race day because there's going to be too many people falling in front of you all over the place.
Yeah, and people just throwing up.
There we
Yeah,
go.
but you should do it
There
slow
we go.
cyclist. It's going to be fun.
It's gonna be
Right,
great.
yeah.
It'll be a good time.
Come on, get that at a pause.
Yeah, got to feel the wind in your hair, racer. That's fair enough. Coming in strong for the no helmet.
But seriously, that third hill there is a lot of puke.
Yeah.
Jeez. I'm glad I'm not there for that.
Yeah, you were too far ahead.
Radio was out probably 20 minutes ago. See it.
Good smart move.
What's a BFGG?
Black Fork Gravel Grinder. I thought you were the one with the cycling channel.
Oh. Now we got Yonda over here. That's what Yonda says
With
about every
Edmund.
question I ask. He's like, well, you have a YouTube
You
channel?
have
You
a
don't-"
YouTube-
I'm like, I'm a dude who owns a GoPro.
I guess
That's
I
what
say it more so because we were just talking about
Yeah.
Black.
Oh, yeah. Is he dealing with this or is he trying to escape?
I think he's dealing with it. Let's at least pretend like he is because it's real
Yeah,
cute.
yeah.
Well, I'm sure, actually, Otis is going to deal with my bike before Black Fork Gravel Grinder, but the only thing I'm changing is the tires. My tires still have all these gashes in them from when we were out on the East
my
Coast.
God.
I just keep pushing
You
it.
haven't changed the...
I just keep like patching them, and I'm just using tubes. So
Are you gonna go with the...
I'm gonna get some endurance casing for that bike.
Oh, so you are gonna change it up a little bit. I didn't know if you were gonna go with a different brand, maybe.
Oh no, Renair's all the way. Only one tire brand.
Oh, that's where we're at. Okay.
That's where we're always at. That's where I'm always at.
Really?
They make the best tires. No one's that even comes close. There's not even a second place.
Oh.
There's Renair's, and then there's a bunch of other garbage, and then there's corporate shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Some
Ouch,
of these Schwalbes are worth trying,
Yeah,
man.
like the G1Rs are fantastic. I swear he tooted.
And
He rips them sometimes.
and I do like some of the ultra dynamic.
Yeah, you've had problems with the Ultra Dynamicos too.
I did, but I still like the other ones.
MIPS, isn't MIPS like a suspension system? So like regular helmets only rely on the foam, but MIPS is like a...
I looked into it at one point too. 'Cause you want
Yeah, it's
like
something
MIPS
about
rated.
rotational blah 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 blah.
I think it's the way it breaks too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought it was...
Do I N+1 helmets? I mean, I guess I have the old ones in case I forget one somewhere, but no, I don't have more than one nice helmet.
Yeah.
I have
same.
the retired helmets and then the helmet I wear.
Yeah. I usually only
And
have
if like I left a helmet in like Aaron's car, then I'll wear one of the old helmets because it's a better than nothing
Yeah.
situation.
I definitely always have like one retired one for that.
You switch helmets more than when they're outdated.
Yeah, you
I've
got
one
like
here.
4 or 5.
Yeah. Well, one is like, was it Giro? One of their helmets, and
I believe it's pronounced Hero.
Gyro. So I have this Gyro helmet, and the fastener came off, and I asked them for a replacement. They're like, "That's an outdated model, and we no longer sell it." I was like, "I bought it 3 months ago. Like, it's still on your website." Like, and they're like, just refuse. And it's like, of course, a specific size. I gotta find something that fits in one. So I have a perfectly good helmet that I haven't been able to use.
Huh. Oh, Ed was naming the rider that died, and that's why
nice.
they made helmet. Oh, nice. That's a weird thing to say.
Yeah. I didn't mean for it to come out like that. Like,
I get that a lot.
yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, wait. MIPS is great, well worth the money. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a MIPS helmet, but I don't.
Mine all are. I do look for it.
You don't even know what it is?
No, I
It's
mean, I
difficult
actually
to
looked it up
find
when I was
one
buying the helmet,
without
but I don't
MIPS.
recall
You
exactly.
looked it up once, you just didn't retain the knowledge.
100%, like the
I
rest of
want
my
MIPS,
life.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Gotcha.
I guess at a certain price range, it's difficult to find one that's not MIPS. But some of the...
My requirements are magnetic, closure here, and light in the back.
The magnetic might
I won't
be-
fuck without the one, because it's one-handed.
Yeah.
That's kind of smart. That's cool.
Yeah, so the Collie is what I use now. The Nutcases had it too.
I guess that hasn't been a deciding factor for me. I'm more... Yeah.
That's like my number
I want
one.
it to be-
And number two is a tail light in the helmet, because before that I used to strap one to the helmet.
So you're describing one helmet then, right?
Oh, there's more than one.
My only requirement is that it fits my oddly
dome.
small head. Everything
Yeah.
looks huge on me.
Aesthetics is important.
I never really cared. I did early
Whether you
on,
want
but
to
now I
admit it
don't.
or not.
I bought the Nutcases early because I thought they looked cool, but now I don't care about that at all. I just get whatever. Well, plus, like the first Collie I had, Otis gave it to me because of the demo, and I'm like, sure.
I'll
Those
take
are
it.
the skaters. What's that style of a nutcase?
ProTech?
Is that...
Those are like skateboarding ProTech helmets. That's what they look like. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what the style is.
I like the style of the POCs.
I like the PLCs too. I just don't. I'm not going to spend that much on a helmet.
I got mine super on sale because it was an extra small. And it's got a detection device in it where if I crash, it'll send a beacon to let you know my location.
To Brad?
Yeah, you actually just input like an emergency contact. Yeah, and then
No,
it's,
who's your emergency?
Let's get that helmet. Let's knock it on the ground.
Yeah,
And see what happens.
yeah, let's see.
Let's see if Brad gets a text or not. Let's see if anyone else in the room gets a text.
my Garmin.
That'd be awkward. Dave's phone blows up.
I knew it.
My Garmin used to do it too. It would think I crashed if I went over a railroad.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
who's
Oh,
it?
so you do charge that sometimes.
This
If you don't have internet at all,
Ta-da!
Ta-da! It's showing it's
Is that what's happening live right now?
close to live, yeah. It said it reconnected, though. YouTube's not... What? Open widget. Oh, that just tells me. Thank you. Thank you.
Open widget.
I guess that's the end of the stream, huh?
Yeah.
type something in the
Delete
chat.
everything.
Oh, yeah, go down to the bottom.
Well, type something in.
Oh, frozen.
Lost you. Yep, stream freezing. Freeze frame.
Oh, wait, we're back. My internet has been horrible. Like, uploading files has been horrible.
Oh yeah, you can see it started recording a few minutes ago.
But I do, like, you know, people say, like, plug your modem once in a while. I do that for the streams, so it's been horrible. I need to, like, figure out what's going on with it. Yeah, you can see it's, like, really, it's back, but it's, like, really low quality. Because we've been streaming in 4K the last few weeks. Because I hardwire. I've run Ethernet all the way down here.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's annoying. So, oh yeah. So. Anyways, YouTube told me to open the widget, and then I do. Then it just shows me that there's an error. There's no like help. You know, like I'm like, oh, thank you, YouTube.
Yeah. Thanks. Open widgets. Oh, so we're going up Quick Road. And
Oh.
Ames was like, check it out. And she's pointing at her tail light, and on the bottom of her
my
radar
radar,
detecting
my Vara.
Garmin, she has a real tail
Tail
light
light.
mounted to that, strapped to the.
and so you can still
And I
use the
was
radar. The tail light's
what
right
the-
below it. That was great.
She's like, because I can still get the radar, but
I got a tail
I
light.
was like, why?
I'm sure there's a function in there I've just got to set, and for 3 years I have never looked it up to find out how to do it. And instead I just don't.
It's
I
great.
had a company. It was either Olight or Magic Shine. Send me their radar light, and I rode with it like twice. And we did do one of our rats rides through the country at night. And I was like, it's kind of nice. And I was like,
When
at
we
the
went
same.
out to Copley? But sorry.
No, we were going towards Mogador Reservoir. But it was like, I still, like, I ride so much in traffic that I just cannot mess with one of those things. Like,
Man, that's why I love it, because
but like going down, I can't ride down Howard every day with a radar light on. The cars are passing me. I don't
know. I like to
hate
know
it.
that.
I know it. I know they're there.
Yeah, and I do understand that. I think that, like, you can hear them and everything, but I mean, I also wear mine, I have mine on my bike from being hit from behind 4 years ago now. And so I guess it's more of just, I felt like
that would do it. I could see that.
Yeah, I felt like
That would do it.
I couldn't ride, and I was so scared of getting hit again.
How many times yesterday do you think when the radar would go off and I'd be like, is it me? Did I do it? Was that me that time? Did it detect me?
Yeah.
Did it detect me?
It
Is
did a
me?
really good, even the knockoff did a really good job. And knockoff isn't the right word, but it is, I mean.
We're not being loud.
I said I'll tell them to be quiet. It did a really good job of not detecting other bikes behind you. Like, it has a Peloton mode, which helps with it, and I think it also controls the way it flashes so it doesn't annoy people. But
You
it
don't stroke out.
yeah, Jeff, we had a big group that night. We went out to that Mexican place, the really good one in Kent. What's that called?
The good one again. Battlegrounds?
Battlegrounds.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
I rode with it that night, and I'm like, I could see why people like this, but it's not for me. Like,
Yeah.
I just, yeah. I feel like too, if I'm gonna get hit from behind, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna bail. Like, I'm gonna have the frame of mind to be like, there's a car, and then I'm gonna look, and then like I'm going to like, there's either gonna be a curb and a tree lawn, a devil strip as we call it in Akron, or it's gonna be some country road, and I'm gonna ride off into the ditch and like risk that at like speed. I just don't get what good it does me.
I think because I ride the road so much, I feel like it allows me to take the lane, and then if I get the detection that the car is behind me, I'll still maintain the lane for a while, kind of to just show like I'm here, and then I'll edge over to the side. Yeah. And then but I won't go so far to the shoulder that, like I would go off, but I use it just to like be able to slide to the side a little bit more and be able to take more of the road when no one's there.
I guess the one benefit I found is like when we know there's a car there on the country roads, we switch to single file, and when we're sometimes talking and riding, we don't notice there's a car there.
Yeah.
And it would come in handy, and I think that's what I felt like in those situations where it was like I would see it, then I would look back, it'd be back there, and I'd be like, car back, and like, but there's usually 9 times out of 10 someone's already paying attention. I get it. I'm not gonna ride with one, especially with the city riding I do. It would just be too.
Yeah.
Nonstop. I get it way more for like roady country road riding. Like you're going out for a solo long country road ride. I think it makes more because you're zoning out. You might be pushing it, and that's really when I zone out. Like I get it for that, but city riding, no way. Like
Well, maybe
there's
that
cars
one-
passing me constantly.
I wonder if that one was just different because mine will just beep once it detects a car, and it doesn't beep again for every car that's behind it. It'll just then show you like a little car icon, and once the first car sets off your detection, then it shows you how far and how fast
Up the
those
side of the screen.
Yeah,
it had
yeah.
that, and I think there are different settings for all that stuff too.
Yeah.
But man, people have no patience.
Why? What's happening?
Look at that. A little bit of
All
freeze
done.
up, and everyone goes away.
Bye now.
How many people was it?
Half this.
Drop like 20.
It went back up there.
There's 20 people watching.
20. We were at 80. It dropped down to 60.
Oh.
One of my friends I ride with texted that, also named Brad, that he was
Anyways,
watching.
Racer said Renair's overpriced or well worth the money. Well worth the money.
Yeah, they're worth
I'm
the
a
money for
Schwalbe
sure.
girl, so
Which
See-
are the same price.
No, they're like $20 cheaper.
No, they are.
I don't care.
not.
Depending. Yeah.
they could be $200 more, and I'd still buy them. They're
At least
great.
not the ones she's getting.
Ah,
Um,
I like to live the supple life.
oh God. They are supple. They're nice. They're
Yeah.
good tires.
It's a stupid tread pattern.
Not
No
at all.
way. The ones
The-
I took to North Country Show were amazing.
Yeah, and I
They're
will
great.
live and
Ben's
die by
still
the
running.
G1.
I know Ben loves them too. Yeah.
Everyone loves them.
Would you want to support a bread company or a guy who rides bikes?
The Schwabels.
Oh, Schwabels. It's not the same?
Schwiblies.
Wobbly.
Wait, yeah, how are you? You were saying it.
Colby.
I had said it wrong forever too. I can't remember what I
I think
said.
we're
No, you
saying-
had a really good one, though. It was, I
I thought it was Schwalbe the whole time.
Schwallaby.
Marty said
you were
s-
adding something extra in there. I can't
Schwalbe. I thought it was Schwalbe.
Schwallaby?
Are we all just saying it wrong right now? And
No, I said Schwabel.
Yeah, we could
forever.
be. Yeah.
I said Schwabel for a long time.
I thought you did that on purpose. You were doing it for real.
No. No, for real.
That's great.
Someone-
Schwabels is a local bread company. Is that local?
Ah, bread! He like freaked out. He was like really worried they would know what we're talking about.
I feel like we were so far past the bread at this point.
Yeah,
No, 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 no,
So
We had all moved
concerned.
on.
We're just getting started. So there's a factory down
Jesus
like
Christ.
2 miles from here. Not even a mile.
We used to smell it all the time.
Someone bumped a cable with their helmet.
I like that. I appreciate a good callback.
G1 2.8s.
Do they make a 2.8 and the
Barely.
G1? That's pretty sick.
Oh, Jack R said, talking about the Garmin, like the radars. My friend had it. It was like a Pavlovian dog.
Yeah.
when I heard it, it would beep. I would
Yeah.
immediately get behind him.
No, that's what I was doing as well. Like
This is
I was
still we're
calling
still
out
talking about
for-
bikes.
Sure. But yeah, my dumbass was still like, car back.
Erin still says
Or
it when
half
she's
the
at the
ride.
front of the group. Be like, car back, and then she's, car back. She can't stop
Yep.
herself.
Yeah. Oh, I've pointed out like stuff in the road to people who are not behind me. Like I'm riding by myself. I'm like,
What the funniest
Like,
thing is
I'm
when we've
pointing
been
out
like
potholes.
when we're on a bike tour and we all get in the car to go home, and like we get up to a traffic light, like something it's like clear.
yeah,
It's like
exactly.
it can't.
Like, ugh.
Like I've been in the car alone. It's like started to point like at a pothole. Like, yeah. Racers asked. It's Ames, the defending
Thanks, Eddie.
Ohio Gravel Series champion. That's how you. That's
yeah,
how people
yeah, it's a gravel
introduce
series.
you, right?
Yeah. But I've been dethroned from number 1 at Barry to settle for number 2.
Hardest stand I'll ever take. There's no wrong time to tell bread stories.
Die on that hill.
Wow, is Schwabel the one? Oh yeah, Schwabel has a clown on the buns. Yeah.
Wobble wobble.
See, we've said it like 4 different times now. Schwabel?
Yeah, no.
Schwalbe. Schwalbe.
I will undermine every single pronunciation.
Same thing. I could assume once you get used to riding with a mirror, you'd always want one. I'm just again, I just don't want to look.
I don't
I
want
like
to
the
look at
idea of the little mirror guy.
Really?
God.
Just the little one, though.
Turn it into a boom.
Roadie, too.
I'm not gonna do
The
put on my
worst of the
handlebar.
boomers.
Hey, when are you getting a high vis vest?
Yeah. Do you want to?
No offense to anyone who wears high vis vests.
And mirrors. Fun.
Yeah, I was just thinking, doesn't Jay Dandy?
I don't think he does.
No, he doesn't.
I guess I'm just against the idea that I need these things to live, and I'd rather.
No, you don't. Why are you thinking of it that way? I'm thinking of it more of like, oh, I don't want to have to turn my neck again.
Yeah. I like stuff that
I don't want to. Oh, it hurts to turn.
I'm all about this stuff that comes out of the Pan Racer factory.
Factor.
Yeah, except for the Gravel Kings.
I have Gravel
Really?
Kings.
I had Gravel Kings on
the
my
Marin
space
right
horse.
there.
Oh, I love them, and I'll recommend them all the time. But
Oh,
I just
Aaron,
don't want to.
Do you remember how much, Aaron? Remember how much you guys all hated them when we got on the CNO towpath and I had fenders on my bikes? Ting.
Oh,
ting,
we were
ting,
just
ting.
talking about that.
Gravel Kings are the king of throwing gravel
Yes.
into the face of the
No,
rider
no, no.
behind you.
No, the
There's one worse. Yeah.
Terravale Cannonballs. I
Yeah, I
think
have a
it
set
is.
of cannonballs over there too.
Holy shit. They grab gravel and just throw it at you the entire time.
Gravel Kings are annoying if you ride a lot of towpath. Gravel Kings are really annoying
Yeah, for
if you ride a lot of
certain-
towpath.
For a certain size gravel. I'm sure there's a... Nazis right now are like...
Do y'all have critical mass over there? There's no critical. There's critical mass in Cleveland, but it's not the most I think it's kind of gone away because they do that big
They do
Cleveland slow roll.
Cleveland
We have
slow
bike
roll.
party here in Akron, so it has
It's
existed.
kind of the same vibe.
Yeah,
though.
I've done a
It's
critical
like
mass in Cleveland, but I think they've kind of fallen by the wayside. But there's a lot of big rides like that. It's Schwab, no E.
Colby. I'm gonna continue to
I'm
say
still
it,
gonna
just
say
like,
GIF.
Even though it's Jeff. Nazis
not.
right now are like, ugh, the mirror. Yeah, you got it. No, except this guy. He's leaning. I got a mirror, I think right there if you want to try that out. It's like a Baron mirror. I think you plug it. Isn't that a mirror right there in the blue box? Yeah.
Ew, no, I don't
There
want
you
that.
go.
Ugh.
Let's see it.
Wow.
Grab
That's the
it.
gross kind.
Grab it. The gross kind. You think the one on your helmet is not?
There's a
That's
certain
gross.
kind. It's just the one.
There's no way that ever
And
looks.
it's
That
not
one
the
is
one that
the
Scott
least.
has. I hope he's watching.
There's no way that ever looks. The mirror.
That's
here.
the worst of them.
You don't even know which one I'm talking about.
I 100%.
All of them.
We,
We're talking about
yeah.
all of them. Anyone that's right here is.
You guys are mirror racists.
right early on the YouTube channel when I still would accept stuff, a company was like, "Hey, we'll send you some bar and mirrors," and I'm like,
whoops.
"Yeah, why not? Who cares?
Yeah.
Like, I'll try it out." And then I was like,
Turns out we care.
"No, I didn't care what you had to say. I was like, I'm not
Okay.
riding with this.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for sending it.
Yeah, not the. No thanks.
I just do this. I look behind me.
Yeah. Yeah. The mirror's super unnecessary.
I hope this person's not watching still." The channel had like 300 subscribers at that point, and I was like, "Someone wants to send me something for free?"
Oh yeah. I'm not
Actually,
gonna say no.
we should do it. If anyone wants bar and mirrors, I got 2 of them.
Give away.
They're not the gay kind that hook on your. I can't believe I said
You're so canceled.
that. Well,
And that's the end of
Well,
the live.
I haven't drank a beer in 3 days. I have 1.5 beers. and
That's your excuse
Yeah.
right now?
Yep. Yeah, that's my excuse.
My God.
That's my excuse. That's my excuse. I stand by it. I'm drunk. I'm drunk.
Inebriated.
I can barely even stand up.
Yeah, look at him. He's falling over. Only a total drunk would say that. When he not coherent.
Yeah.
No.
That's how we grew up in the 80s.
Abort.
That's my father talking.
You're both gonna get
Yeah, I know.
between the mirror and the gay. Yeah.
A mirror. I'm gonna get canceled.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone said Brad to the bathroom with a mic. We were using the. Do you know about this? We were using the wireless mics one night.
Who said that?
I
And,
have heard of it.
Yeah, someone dropped it in his hood when he went to the
Yonda.
bathroom. Yeah, Yonda.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, we can hear him. And there's nothing we can do at that point. It's in his
I'm
hood.
so lucky I wasn't like making any sound.
Or
I probably
dropping
did though.
deuces.
Right, just tooting away.
Eric Clapton was drunk too. Is that what he said on his anti-COVID stuff? Did he say he was
Oh,
drunk
I thought you meant. When
Oh my
he-
god, I hope so.
when he pushed the kid out the window?
I'll take those gay kind mirrors.
He didn't. He dropped them, right? Like Michael Jackson.
Take 2 of them. You could point one of the mirrors forward and you could see into the future. Oh, you don't know about that?
Yeah, no, I just.
Terry B, I'm here to cancel.
Oh, man.
During Barry-Roubaix, one of the parts, because I was just kind of like seeing someone barely ahead of me, and I'm like, let's see if I can catch that person. And on my Wahoo, it's showing Terry B, and I was like, that'd be pretty funny if it was.
Yeah.
Actually
Then you realize
Terry
you
B.
would never be catching Terry. B.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought that's where I thought
Plus,
this
it was
was
a
going.
giant dude on a giant fat bike. I was like,
Ah,
yeah, that's not him. But it kept me going. It made me ride faster.
Terry, are you still up in? I missed where you guys went up north. I just watched Terry B. They went up mountain biking up in somewhere north of New York. I think New Hampshire or something. But last night I was watching them live stream grilling, and everyone's giving so much grilling advice. It's worse than bike advice. I swear to
Oh,
God.
God.
Yeah, it was
I-
100%. God, good dudes who are in a grilling game.
Yeah, he's
Really
grilling and-
unbearable.
For me, I know nothing about grilling because I was like veggie through all my 20s, and so it's like I never learned to like grill meats.
Same.
Yeah, so it's like
Still.
I eat vegetarian at home still, so I do.
Yeah, you just eat black beans.
New Hampshire, it is New Hampshire. Yeah, I missed you. I know you were heading out to karaoke last night, and that's when I fell asleep. But yeah, it's so funny. He's got this camera mounted to himself, and everyone's like making dinner, and he's going out to the fire and grilling. It's such good content to have on when I'm editing photos and watching, and then like looking over the chat, and he's like. Everyone's got an opinion on when you flip the chicken. Yeah.
Oh.
I still remember him at Nutmeg's getting this far away from my face and being like, Are you one of Tim's characters?
Yeah, one of Tim's characters. Yeah, it was you two.
Are you one of Tim's characters?
He had the other carbon bike.
Yeah, the Sire
Yeah.
Russian bike. Yeah,
You can get a paper cut on that
Yeah.
that bottom triangle.
the yoke.
Yeah.
If it held up for Nutmeg though, that thing is holding up.
Yeah.
That was a gnarly ride.
That's the part I can't believe, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what Terry last night kept putting his hands on the grill. Nothing was. He's like, I don't think it's gonna work if I could put my hands on it.
Jesus. Wow.
That's a pretty good indicator.
Oh, it was great. Yeah, when he came up to you guys.
You and me both. Yeah, we were both. Yes.
I remember he apologized, and he's like, "I'm like, oh no, that's."
Yeah, no. Right there with you, buddy. Oh.
Grilling steak is the only thing you really need to know about.
Here we go. No, we're not doing this.
Yeah, we're not getting drawn.
No,
in.
no.
Not getting drawn into a grilling argument.
It's like the Metallica argument. We're not doing it.
What's the Metallica argument?
Fuck. You just started it.
It's gonna start. That's
yeah,
for sure.
exactly. See, that's it. That's all it takes.
Oh yeah, he brought the sire down to Mexico as well. Now that bike seems like it's legit.
Yeah.
It's full carbon, right?
Yeah, full carbon. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, the number 22 is taking a back seat.
Aw.
I get like that though. You get something new, and it's like there's something else you loved, and then like your other bike, you're like, oh man, don't worry, we'll go on something
Yeah,
sometime
we're
soon.
still gonna do cool stuff.
Yeah.
Oh. It's like an old dog.
Good.
Oh.
Terry knows the characters.
Funny boy.
Why grow when you can get bread from the rubber clown company?
Oh.
Brad, tell one of your funny stories. I gotta take a leak.
Man, don't do this to me.
You're
You gotta give me more
direction?
Yeah.
Tell them about the time you drank that one beer in Massillon, then wrecked on the towpath.
Oh, that's not even a story.
Well,
That's all you got?
Now it is.
Yeah, now that's what I gotta work with.
All ears.
We were drinking beers in Massillon, and I drank a Belgian quad, and it was it was like 13 proof or whatever the ABVs it. And there's a part with deep gravel. They had just put down fresh gravel, and I had turned into it, and I just went down hands first in the gravel. That's the other part, though. We were riding along the dam. You know the dam by Massillon there?
Yeah.
It was, and I wasn't wearing gloves.
Oh my god.
And Tim was like, raw dogging it. And I was like, it's just a towpath. We come up around Eddie's, this bike shop down in Massillon, and they had just put down gravel. It's like still mounted up. And I kind of went through the deep stuff, and that was it. I remember just kind of being mad about it. I was like, what? Why is this happening?
Why is this happening to me?
I didn't go driver's side down, though. So,
Oh, well,
drive side down.
drivetrain side down.
Yeah, buddy.
It's a baby.
But yeah, my hands I went hands first into the gravel, and Tim is immediately off his bike with his fucking
GoPro.
in my face like, what happened, Brad? What do you think happened there, Brad? Ugh. And then you slowed down my voice, so it's like Belgian quad. Although that was my response, was just Belgian quad.
Belgian quad. Yeah.
Shit.
Look at this little guy. Wow.
Well, he's a teepee boy.
Yeah.
Well, oh yeah, you usually lost your gloves or something?
No, I just didn't put them on.
Ah.
I was trying to even out the tan of my hands. I gotta do that for my head too. That's why I don't wear a helmet.
You don't like the lines?
Yeah, I don't want those.
I live with the lines.
Those fucking hot dog lines in my head.
That was a gritty part of the towpath too, because it was paved with that like chip and seal.
Well, I was saying they had just put down that deep fresh gravel.
Ben always wears gloves year round. I only wear cold weather gloves. Do you ride in gloves when you race?
I always wear the short finger gloves.
So you do.
Yeah.
Do you still wear gloves?
Oh yeah, ever since then.
No, I have
Kind of like if I fell, without wearing a helmet.
Yeah, I'm definitely not comfortable not wearing gloves.
Yeah, remember how bloody my hands were, and I just shoved them into the gloves, and I was like, I'll worry about this later.
Yeah. Yeah, we were a long way from home. We still
Yeah,
had, 40, 50 miles to go?
Yeah. I remember stopping at the beer bridge, and you asked me how are my hands, and I was like, they just burn right now.
That's a good story. It wouldn't be quite so funny if it ended with Miller Lite. This guy bearing his little face.
Look
I
at
don't know, maybe it would be.
wow. He's a ham.
Yeah, Miller
Belgian quad.
No, Terry won't make it out to Spring Fling. It's too much of a hike too early in the season for us. I would like to. One of our friends made it out before too, and it's like kind of cool because it's a more small, limited group. But that's just so far. I would love to do it, but I also saw that
For Wannies.
we were talking about it earlier, but Ronnie did send out his message saying Nutmeg will be the weekend of the 26th this year. So more of Brad's impersonation of Tim, please. What were you doing while I was in the bathroom? Oh, when I was being me with the GoPro.
Oh, maybe, yeah. What happened, Brad? What happened?
That's not how I talk.
No, it's not.
That's why it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to always ride in summer gloves. Like,
I used to always.
Did you wear the knitted ones that were like
Yeah, the
reggae
knitted
colors?
yeah.
Yeah.
You said the reggae colors?
Yeah.
Oh, he would.
No, mine were like French. They were red, white, and blue.
Of
Yeah,
course.
Of course.
Oh, but yeah, that's better.
Super cool.
What are your gloves? What are your riding gloves?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, some kind of canyon
yeah.
bullshit.
Most of them are Castelli, actually. I don't even know.
Oh,
They're all the ones to match kits. Have them match your kit.
What kit?
The kits I wear riding. I like that look.
Bradley's doing.
Oh, Bradley's heading out to Spring Fling.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, baby.
But he's in that area. Look at that face.
This is what your YouTube is now. Is
Oh,
me
ever
admiring Edmund.
Yeah.
You little sleepy.
Oh, Edmund it's UN. Thanks for asking. UND. Edmund, when I found him, they said he was 10 months, and I found him in December. So
That's how old they think he is?
Kelly thought he was
A black cat.
10 months old.
Okay.
When I took him in like December 10th. So January, February would be a year.
Yeah.
March, April. So 14 months.
What is he doing? What the?
Oh, just being the sweetest cat you've ever seen in my life.
Like,
Amazon Rock Bros?
Rock Bros is the brand on Amazon.
Oh, that your gloves are?
No, but they make like
In your
bags
face!
and stuff.
In your face!
Let me take a cute picture of this baby with his paw there.
Oh yeah, he's like
Pretty adorable.
it's too bright for him.
He's a real sweetheart until 6:30 tomorrow morning when he starts just meowing right in my face.
Needs his food. Yep, just petting the cat.
Yeah. Yep, that's where the stream is going.
Yeah.
It's a lot of cat.
Let's let's
I-
behave.
Did I tell you about the kittens in my shed?
You kittens.
They're gone.
Okay.
The mom must have moved them. I did hear that I wasn't supposed to tell you about the kittens. I never agreed to anything. This is between Aaron and Brad.
He wants me to
Yeah.
have no happiness.
There's a mom cat. He wants me to have no happiness.
You just gotta decide
I asked Aaron why
where
Brad.
you want to put the box of shit.
Okay.
That's it.
I asked
On your side of the bed.
Yeah. I asked Erin why Brad didn't want a cat, and she said all the reasons you said you didn't want a cat. And
God
then
damn
you look at that
Shut the
little
fuck up.
baby.
I know. I took.
Could have a couple of those.
So mom's still coming
not
back.
going in
We
my
put the
room.
camera, the Wi-Fi camera outside. Erin's like little to see what the cats are doing. Mom's still coming back to eat, so me and Jeff are still feeding him. But he was living in the shed, and so I went to
neighbors in on this too.
I went to open it up,
Or I guess it's
the shed, to get my gardening stuff out to like start planting the garden for the summer, and there's a cat in there just hissing at me, and I'm like, oh, cat in here. So I was like, and then it jumped out the back. I'm like, oh, there's a hole in this shed. So anyways, it's just under my fire escape because there's an alley out back, whatever. And so the next day, go in there, and Erin's over, and the cat's in there. I was like, Erin, come check it out. The cat's in here. But it's holding its ground, and then it runs out, and then it goes across the street. So Erin, across the alley, Erin walks over there, and there's a fence there, and it's just still kind of sitting there. We're like, well, this isn't a completely feral cat.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, this cat's holding its ground. Erin takes off, and I start to think about it, and I'm like, why would a cat be holding its ground? So I open it back
Got
up,
kittens.
and I lift up this tarp, and these little 3-week-old probably kittens just all meow, meow. So I closed everything up and went back inside because I didn't want, I wanted mom to come
Yeah.
back. And so we started putting food out for it, but then the next day when I'm like, I gotta check, I looked around and they were gone. So I think, and I'm like of two minds. Like, one, it was such a nice protected space that I wish they would have stayed there. But at the other is like, now I don't have to deal with them once they're
You
old enough
weren't
to be
gonna have to
adopted.
deal with them very long.
See.
But have triplets.
There were at least 3.
Babe.
One looked like Crash, and I was like, this one obviously would never be leaving here. So we have the camera outside, and last night the mom didn't come, but Fat Crash, the cat we call Fat Crash, is coming and eating all the food. So anyways,
Crash is the name of his.
my old
previous-
cat, yeah, that I had to put down in the summer of 2020 when I was all alone in here, and that was all I had. Anyways.
I came over and
But now you have Edmund.
Now I have Edmund.
when your back was out and played and listened to Subhumans with you, and then you went live the first time.
Oh yeah, I did. Crash still was alive when I went live the first time. You're right.
Crash days.
And then the edibles kicked in, and I was like, I can't believe I'm on the internet.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, well, we were drinking.
Tonight's the night.
We were drinking, listening to the Subhumans. Going live seemed like a good thing.
Yeah, why not?
Not the Subhumans. That's a different band. Just Subhumans.
Oh, Subhumans.
I gotta put on some water.
Yeah, so mom's still around, so the kittens are still hidden out somewhere. So, gonna end up with a colony here if we don't.
Yay!
I don't think I ever took that stream down. I think it's up there. It's like
it's
20
up
minutes
there.
long.
Every now and then, YouTube I'll see that your face on.
It'll serve it. It'll serve that live stream to you.
And I'm like, you remember this one?
Probably because you've watched it like
Yeah,
4
yeah,
times. So it's
exactly.
like, do you want to watch this again right now? Oh man.
I thought I saw that on the floor. Okay.
I dropped it.
We went to Michigan.
Ah, wow, that's a quite the kazoo. Hairs for the smitten kitten. This guy's gonna go bonk in a minute. Oh, it's past his dinner time. That's why he's.
What time is it?
It's like 11.
Oh, 11:30.
Oh, we gotta shut this down. I gotta work.
Yeah, so do I. Why are we still?
Why are we still telling cat stories?
And why are you guys still watching?
Yeah, why are you?
Go to bed.
Yeah, go to bed.
Uh,
Terry, are you like? How are you watching this, Terry? Are you like laying in bed and Tatum's like, turn that off?
oh my god.
Schwab litter box has reflective sidewalls so kitties can find it at night. All right, yeah. We got to wrap this up.
Why?
Why are we still watching?
Spank it on the bottom.
My wife and I went to a store in Minneapolis called the Smitten Kitten, and it wasn't a store for cat toys.
What else could it be?
What else could it be?
Actually worked in a similar store.
This is the story you should have told earlier.
Yeah.
About
Terry's in the living room uploading footage. All right, yeah. Everyone else is chilling, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Well, I got to do
He's
something."
like putting gas in the tank.
Yeah.
It's like
I guess I got to watch
Well,
these ads
yeah.
on the TV screen now.
Right. Exactly. What am I gonna do? Just stand here?
Racer's just watching this 3D printer running. All right.
It's the same difference.
Someone else is going to be like, well, I just painted a room and I just want to make sure it dries.
that happened to me one time. I listened to this while I was painting my office.
Well, I know my demographic now. Look at this guy's paw.
While I'm waiting
at
for
him.
paint to dry.
Oh, hey.
He's like, who, me?
Did
you.
wake up? You're so cute. How did you get to be so cute? How did you get to be so cute,
Oh
Edwin?
my god, is this how every show ends?
I
No.
hope so.
Yeah.
Turn this shit off.
Okay, bye.
All right.
Cause
Yeah.
this time.
Fitzwater photo.